Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the tavern. It's good to see you again. So thank you for joining us and not watching the Super Bowl, whatever that is.
Oh.
What?
Foosball.
I didn't know they had a competition for the
Go
biggest
Tom
bowl.
Brady!
Obviously, we do have a few people amongst us that are into it, and he'll be rooting.
Haters gonna hate.
He'll be rooting for a team. I don't know which one. The drink of the night happens to be a Bostonian lager. Was that your writing?
Cheers. What? I would never do that.
A little biased, but anyway, we're good there. Hey everyone, that D4 that I mentioned earlier this week, it's up for grabs. It's a giveaway tonight. Stay active in chat. The moderators will be watching, and they'll be pulling a name at the break. So stay tuned for that. Let's see what else. We don't really have any other announcements actually. So with that, I'm going to introduce again our wonderful cast, starting with Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I play Hylan Leodon. She is a 7-foot-tall half-elf paladin who was supposed to be a priestess but decided to become a paladin instead, much to her father's dismay. And next we have Guillermo.
Yes, I'm Guillermo Dorado, and I am only say that way because I like the way that he reacts to it.
Guillermo Dorado.
I play Don Ash, who is a drow monk who has had a bit of a mysterious past and dons a blood-stained blindfold, but is one of the cheeriest and easy to laugh people you met. I don't know. Easier for a good time and a good drink, but
When she
don't
can
touch his
pass the
blindfold.
blood.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Kat. I play Amalthea. She's a half-elf ranger, and she would pretty much do anything for her friends.
Oh, that's nice. I am Amber. I play Trixie, the tiny half-elf rogue, who has sticky fingers and is a little bit sneaky. Hopefully.
On a good day.
As long as the dice say so.
That's right. And I am Adam, and I play Mr. Jingles, the sorcerer bounty hunter extraordinaire, who is super fabulous, and he's got a parasol, and he's trying to become the greatest hero in the world.
In time.
In time. All in due
due
time.
time.
He's
In due
still
time.
level 2.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to go recap for those of you that missed last episode or any episodes prior. I'm going to do a quick recap here. And so the party answered a call to help out the Dwarven kingdom of Dozarun. There, they talked to the King Khmer, and he informed them that the goblins might be the cause of their water source being depleted somewhat, causing their production of iron and steel to falter a bit. The party made their way through the mountain, eventually finding the goblin village and the dam that they were building in order to sustain their way of life. The goblins attracted a large hill giant and had to take it down before any agreement could be taken into account. Jingles drafted up a trade truce contract that both the dwarves and the goblins could agree upon. After returning to the king and collecting their reward of 100 platinum pieces,
We're rich.
they exited the
jeez.
Dwarven Mountain, and they made their way back to Quintessa, but not before stopping to rest at a roadside inn, an abandoned
Creepy
roadside
as hell
inn.
roadside
The hut
inn.
is abandoned.
They checked inside, saw that no one was there, and made their way inside and began to peruse the establishment. Don Ash went to the liquor cabinet, couldn't find anything behind the bar. There wasn't any ales to be had, just a few little harder liquors. And he and Amalthea went ahead and began to open a few bottles and check it out there.
Of course.
Trixie immediately ran upstairs to figure out which bed was going to be hers, as always is the case.
The best one.
Jingles
Best of Ben.
ran in shortly after, and Hylan decided to check out the bookcase that was in the corner, complete with the books. As she went in to take a look at one in particular, it lunged out at her, revealing to her, and eventually the rest of the cast, or the rest of the party, that it was a mimic. So we're going to have everyone roll initiative right off the bat.
No. I'm behind the bar.
Having a good time.
I know. I'm just like, yeah, get him! You know?
I know.
It's gonna be a little while before we come join you.
I look over at Matthew and I'm like, shout every time she gets a hit.
20 and up?
22.
I
22.
got the same initiative as you.
You have 22 as well?
No.
Oh.
Much lower.
I thought you said you did.
No,
Wait,
it's
I
same as
don't.
Donna.
Oh,
no, 'cause
15
dang it.
and up.
Okay.
17.
17. All right.
Well.
10 and up?
Yay, 12.
12.
See, I'm back.
Really? All
Yeah,
right.
you had a head start.
5 and up?
Oh.
Don't you have like a...
She's just got a really slow reaction time. It's alright.
1 and up.
1.
1.
Oh,
4.
I'm over here like. This is just as bad.
All right. The mimic gets a surprise round, but he's also going to go into initiative order. All right. Okay. The bookcase in front of you doesn't really shimmer, doesn't give any indication that it is a mimic. You go to reach the book. A purplish pseudopod latches onto you, and you are now grappled.
Oh.
It is incredibly sticky. It's like tar, maybe even stickier than tar. You try to move and you can't. We're going to go to Amalthea now, though. You are considered grappled, and it has you in its grasp. You, Amalthea, are over by the bar here.
So I hear, right?
Roll a perception, because she didn't scream.
Oh.
I asked
'Cause
her
otherwise
last
I'll
week.
just have to take another shot.
Yeah.
Just be done with it.
I'm over here.
Take it
She's
like
telling
a
me about
champ.
her night with Trith.
Yeah, I was. I was dying to tell you.
Right.
I have 23.
20 perception. So
Yes.
you hear something move drastically away from you. It's in the other room, close to you, on the same level, but you're not quite sure. There's a sudden movement and a jostling of
Right.
furniture.
Okay.
So
I say, there's something. I just heard something really strange in the other. I'm just gonna go check on.
Am I allowed
I
to
don't
yell
know.
something at this
Go
point
ahead.
in time?
Okay, sure.
it's
I'm
not,
just pulling
not
another
your
shot.
turn. It was a surprise round. So
Okay.
you're actually you're at the very end. No.
I'm just screwed. Okay.
I take a bottle of very cheap looking rum with
Oh,
me.
my apologies. Actually,
What?
you take damage.
Okay. Wait, did we
My
get our,
apologies.
did we get our hit
Oh, that's
points
a
back
lot.
after
Oh,
the
it's
long
just
rest?
the bag. I was like,
You
that's
would've-
a lot of dice he's rolling.
Yeah, you get damage. Does a 58 kill you? Ooh, sorry, that's a 85.
It's an upside down 5. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's what it was.
All right, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and that's it.
Okay. Wait, would I have gotten my hit points back after the long rest?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's 22 then. Which is good. So then I have 6. Oh, nice.
She erased it. It's like, oh, it's the same thing. Okay.
Math,
Got
okay.
it right back down.
Right. So I'm gonna vault over this bar.
All right. I'll allow you to do that. This is technically up.
Oh, okay.
So.
I lifted up after you leave. Like, could have done that. Show off.
All right.
Disappointing.
Okay.
Okay, so how close can I get?
You can technically reach all the way. I think your movement is 30, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what 10 right there. I'll say 20. Yeah, you can get within 5.
Quick question:
Yeah.
How much do I know about mimics? Like, would I know like if this thing can move across the floor, or is it stuck where it
Roll
is?
an intelligence check.
I'm very intelligent.
Yep.
Oh, famous last words. Okay, wait. 4.
I'm definitely more intelligent than the wood it's made out of.
I say, hi, mate. What is this?
Is it on her
Does it have
face?
my
Okay,
mouth
you can.
or-
I'll allow you a free action note to talk.
Mimic!
What can I?
And you scream what she says. You're like, that's a weird command, but okay.
Can I? Like kill it like any other beast type thing?
Would I know that? Okay.
I don't know. Would you?
For
Roll intelligence.
Just go read it to Brothers Kazumarov and it might fall asleep.
Wait.
From its shelf.
14.
Yeah.
From its own shelf.
14.
14. Well, now that you're kind of in its grasp. This large tongue kind of like moved around you, and it's now constricting you.
Oh, that's
not
Well, I
fun.
think because I see that, I'm gonna take my ice dagger and try and cut it.
Okay. For that, I actually will give you.
Ooh.
Oh, dopes.
A
Oh,
Pokemon
yeah.
card.
That's right. That's right, guys. I went ahead
Shiting me
and
right
printed
now?
out
Magic item
magic
cards.
item cards
That's awesome.
for every individual magic item.
That's awesome.
Man.
Actually, let me go ahead and give
Divvy,
you
divvy,
guys-
divvy, divvy,
Yeah.
divvy, divvy, divvy.
I know, right?
Scroll tubes of messaging.
Oh, neat.
Caltrops.
I think I have one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one. I don't know who has the other.
I believe you two have both of
I
them.
think so,
And
yeah.
the haversack. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know exactly who these go to. Grappling hook.
Ooh.
And keep this. Are you holding your axe right now?
It's on my person. I'm not like, I don't
Alright.
have it in my hand.
All right.
Do you have the barrel of ale situation?
I do, but not yet.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. So I will attack, shall I?
Yes.
I don't have like a proficiency though with this thing, right?
You have proficiency with that.
If you have
Yeah.
martial
Yeah, so
weapon
you do.
proficiency, then you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because
I really
damn,
like
time
these.
to switch out some dice.
Right?
What do I add? Just the proficiency?
Your proficiency plus your dexterity modifier.
Plus
Or
dexterity.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
6.
okay, good.
So plus 6.
8.
Yeah.
Dexterity plus 2, 8 plus 7, 15.
it hits.
Lovely stuff. Alright, so I'll try and cut it off of Tylenite.
Mm-hmm.
So you said additional 1d4.
Mm-hmm. So it deals a 1d4 normally,
Yes.
plus your dexterity modifier. But it gives an additional d4 in ice damage. So you roll a d4 and you roll another one.
Another, so 2d4.
Right, but you're only adding your bonus to one of the dice.
Daggers are
Okay, cool.
D6, 1d6 or no? Do I have that wrong? Oh, I know. I keep just kidding. Forgetting my
I think that's because of your sneak attack.
Okay, so
Your sneak
1d4
attack's a d6, your
Yeah.
short
plus
sword's a
the,
d6.
plus the
Yeah.
The dagger's a
proficient.
So you rolled that one already? Okay, you roll it once or twice?
Once.
Okay, so then that one would be your damage, your regular damage with that. That's added. What is your proficiency? What is your dexterity modifier?
Dexterity 6.
It's 4.
It's plus
Oh.
So you're adding
what?
these two numbers to get that number. So now you have,
So okay, so it should be 4 then. All right.
yeah.
Yeah. 4 plus that. Which is
Roll
6
the
total.
2 in intelligence. No,
You So you do 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage,
Yep.
yes. And then another d4 for the ice damage.
Yep.
Okay, cool. 4.
4. All right.
Dopes.
And that is ice damage. Cool. Okay, Trixie, roll a perception.
Oh, the music was perfect right there.
Wow. It's
Back
like
upstairs now.
time for that.
13.
13. Well, as you're walking upstairs, you see the various rooms. You're seeing a little bit of the moonlight and the blue giant light piercing through the cracks on the
Light.
on the ceiling because it's just a derelict establishment. It's old. Yes.
Can I, as a bonus action, like, scream kind of thing?
Yes,
Like,
you
be
may.
Like, guys! Guys! Well, I'm a bit drunk already.
It's got my favorite book. I haven't read this since 3rd grade. Judy Bloom is the best.
Guys, help! Come in here. All right.
You hear that?
Okay.
You both
Just
hear
out of
that.
curiosity, do I see anything of the rooms beforehand?
Many of the rooms are all open. There's really nothing.
Birds.
No. Yeah. Well, there you go.
With the 13, you're not too sure. You're just barely arrived in the hall of
Yeah.
the second story.
Yeah, come on. Pick one.
You're just like hitting there, like, didn't hear
Literally, she's
that.
gonna do that.
Yeah. Torn.
And then she'll dash down, and as she goes by
Okay.
Jingle, she'll say, they will do anything to make sure that I don't get the best room.
You begrudgingly like stomp down the
Yes.
stairs with your swords. That's awesome.
Okay. You are
I will use
a
my bonus action
to
and
dash as well.
so I get
Okay.
90 feet.
I will put
if
you.
I need that much.
I'll put you right here, right now. You are basically next round. You'd be able to move in far enough. It is the Mimic's turn. He's going to attack once again on you because he's got you. And he has advantage to hit because you are grappled. That would be...
Did I release his thing a little bit? or-
Nope, she has to break out of that.
Did you know Animal Farm was an allegory?
Man, I wanted to do a bunch of book puns, but I'm like, nah, better keep
Man.
it.
We'd be here all day.
Right.
Alright, so you take 6 bludgeoning damage. Oh, sorry.
Wait, did he? What was his?
Oh,
He still have armor
yeah,
class
20.
and stuff.
Short swords.
Oh.
20
Yeah,
hits,
no,
right?
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
wait
like,
a
I
minute.
know what hits you and what doesn't. Let me
Well,
kill you
yes.
right now.
Yes.
He knows all.
Alright.
So you take 6 piercing damage and an additional 4 points of acid damage.
Jesus.
As it starts to secrete.
Is she poisoned?
She's currently poisoned. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, acid.
So it's not like sitting there.
No,
like,
but it's acid, so I mean,
Okay.
it'll just corrode.
Sure. Until it's just bone.
That's not fun.
Don't touch her face!
Okay, it is Jingle's turn. So you heard the commotion downstairs. You heard her scream. She ran past you angrily.
Yeah, I made
but-
her comment, and I'm gonna. God, yeah, I know. And I would like to look and see which room looks nicer.
Roll a perception.
You just throw the mudgy. Dibs! And you just run back down.
Ooh,
What's your name,
that's
Munchkin?
Mugsy.
That's a 9.
9 for perception. So now with the noise you can hear downstairs, you can't.
I can't
It's
think straight, guys.
and the rooms really don't look a whole lot different. They're all pretty poor condition. You know, everything has been ransacked and taken out. So the people that owned this establishment previously probably thought to take most everything. They left things that they didn't need.
Okay.
So
I'll kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, whichever one I think is going to be the nice one. And I would like to cast Minor Illusion. And
Alright.
I'd like to have like a little illusory, not little, a big illusory spider just like chilling on the bed in like kind of a crouching position.
Oh,
funny
with
thing,
your
there
face?
aren't any beds even. There aren't even any
was gonna
bed
ask that.
frames. There aren't anything.
Maybe we should.
One-
Guys, we're not staying here.
Yeah, there. You guys have bedrolls, so part of your
Okay,
adventure, in
alright.
fact, you would have bedrolls. But you do notice that the one that you're about to cast the spider in has one small cabinet,
Okay.
small little like a dresser.
That's, oh gosh. It's definitely getting a bad review.
Put it in there.
Yelp.
Down! So I'll conjure, instead of the spider, I'll do spider webs, like all hanging down from like the
Alright.
the door frame.
Door frame, sure.
Because
Yep.
goodness knows no balance.
Yeah.
There's no
And
Alright.
then I'll frustratedly follow Trixie on down the stairs.
Okay.
Did you cast Minor Illusion? Is that your action?
That is my action. I
Just go
can't
30?
dash. I just go 30. I'm just walking.
Yep. All right. So I'll put you. I'll have you in a different order. I'll put you over
floating.
here, but I've got you in my mind there.
Got
All right,
really good
cool.
balance.
Dawn Ash, it is your turn. You just saw Amalthea run over or hop over the bar, as it were, and you hear her scream.
And I immediately take the shot that I have.
Okay.
I just run over to her if I can. I see what's going on, yeah?
Yes, you see what's going on. You, if you were to try to make base-to-base contact, you wouldn't until, you'd get maybe about 10 feet away from it.
Could I use a bonus action to dash?
You can, but then you can't attack.
Oh.
What is that?
And I just can I pull out my hand crossbow?
Yeah, absolutely.
How close am I if I was to shoot to hit one of them?
That depends on your roll.
Ooh. Well, do I have? Is there like an advantage, disadvantage here because of partial cover? It's one
I think
die.
partial cover,
you-
depending on if it's like half cover or 3/4 cover, is either +2 or +5.
That'll be the AC. But technically, you don't really have cover. There is a desk in front of you, or
Okay.
like the concierge desk. I mean,
Sure.
this is a name, so.
Sure.
But yes, there's no bell. But I wouldn't give you any disadvantage. You're fine
Okay.
as you are.
This tavern gets the no bell prize.
It is barely within your vision right now. So
Okay. Amalthea, where is it?
no, you can see it.
Oh, okay, great. Whoa, okay. So that's a 5, so...
Oh boy.
but I
You're gonna
have
kill me, aren't
a
you?
7.
Also,
7 total.
Duck.
The worst.
Really? No, doesn't hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. You're fine. All right. Highlander.
All right.
It is now your turn.
I'm trying to get
You
out of
are
this way.
grappled,
Okay.
so your check unfortunately has disadvantage to get out. And that's all I'll say. So roll at disadvantage.
17.
You make it. You see her peel herself off of it, and this sticky, like film, almost like a residue, leaves her armor as she's able to pull herself out.
Oh.
You're off.
Alright, can I
Good.
attack? Or
You
is
that
that
was your
that was
that was your
me.
action.
Okay.
So you have if you've got any bonus actions you can use right now.
Can she move?
She can
Yeah,
also
okay, I'm
move.
moving.
You should come my way. I have an idea.
So
So I'm gonna move. Oh,
so
that's right.
you broke out of its grapple,
Oh.
but as you move away, you're gonna get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, well then I'm
It's
just
gonna
gonna
get
take out my shield then. And that'll be my bonus action. then,
Okay.
just to-
Okay, I'll allow
yeah,
that.
Okay.
Cool. Amalthea, back to you.
Kill it with fire.
Wait, who has fire? You have fire.
I have
I
fire.
have fire.
You do have fire.
Yeah, of course I have fire. I
Nice
have
and fire.
10 torches and a tinderbox.
That's. She's gonna be over there in like the corner, like
I
trying to like.
Can I? Because earlier I mentioned that I was gonna take a bottle of rum. Can I have taken that?
Oh yes.
Can I make a Molotov
Oh, are we gonna
cocktail?
flame like
Fireball.
yes?
Interesting. All right.
Shove it in its
Um,
I mean, I don't want to set the whole thing on
Why
fire. like
not?
people still
All right.
have snacks, but-
Give me.
We should burn this place down. It'd do it better.
Well,
We
You
don't
know,
even know
there
what
might be
let
other
this
mimics in those
burn.
rooms that you
Where's
guys
my
didn't
book?
perceive. I'm just saying.
If there are, they're afraid of this. There is no spider. It's just spider webs now.
So they're afraid of spider webs.
this will be an improvised weapon attack, so you're not going to add your proficiency. Just your I would say dexterity bonus here. So just that,
Okay.
and then go ahead and roll for me.
Roll. Oh, I got a 19 plus.
2.
That does hit.
This is not the first time she's thrown a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I say, Holiday, move!
She's got her shield.
So here's the thing. In the book, the torch does 1 fire damage.
Oh,
That's
not
it.
bad.
However, you're throwing a Molotov cocktail. So I'm going to allow you to roll a d6, and then no modifiers. Just that'll be the fire damage there.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm
improvised weapon, I'm just kind of...
No, but
Improvising.
then, is it worth it?
Yeah. Catch
Yeah.
that
Up to you.
Let's catch him on fire.
You
Okay.
you hit.
If Holiday says yes, because you're really close to it, I'm gonna move
I've got
a
my
little
shield. I'm good.
bit. Okay, cool.
It'll get hot, but
Alright. 6.
6.
Fire.
Wow.
Literally.
Literally
Nice.
fire. All right.
And I did move away a little bit.
It
before
is on fire now, too. So
Nice.
it's going to take residual fire damage each turn.
Oh, good.
Yep. Now, Trixie.
Fantastic.
All right.
You're here-
Trixie,
yeah.
as she's running down the stairs, she will see it, and she'll be the third person to say, "What the hell is that?"
Can we
and
send Jingles a message on the scrolls just to let him know about it?
Just start writing down in the middle.
slow,
After
Um,
throwing the Molotov cocktail.
and she will shoot it with her crossbow.
All right.
22.
That hits.
Oh, that's how you shoot that. Okay.
I'll teach you later.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
And then I
was
get sneak
clear.
attacks since Highlander is within 5 feet.
Awesome.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
My hand crossbow was pointing at myself.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God.
you're like blinking.
8 plus
Yeah.
4, 12.
12 damage. Ooh, nice.
And then how far was it down the stairs? Like if I wanted to get to the bookcase, or not the bookcase, the fireplace.
The fireplace, you can get there.
Can I make a
You can,
suggestion?
you can
Without
get
that-
to the mimic. if
Yeah,
you
no, I
want
don't want to do that. Can
Alright.
I try and hide-ish behind the mantle of the fireplace?
Can I make a suggestion?
So as
No,
you
that's
as you try to,
Could you want to maybe hide behind me?
You can only have this on someone that's one bigger
one size
than you.
larger. than
Or like
that.
maybe around this corner? I just need you close.
Oh, well, do you yell that to her?
Yes. I need you close. Come a little bit closer. I still don't get nervous in this.
When I
This is perfect.
Would I hide behind the mantle, or is it too big?
The mantle. Okay. You notice it does have. I'll show it to the camera too. Multiple eyes, and you think that maybe.
It's got a good perfect.
Yeah,
spot on
but
me.
go ahead and roll for me if you wish to do that.
Actually, no, you can stay there. I can come
Okay,
to you.
I was
I can
gonna
come to you.
say she likes hiding.
Fair
it.
enough.
22.
That definitely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'll just have you pushed up against the wall there.
It's obscured.
She's really small.
She's
so-
gone. Yeah, that was amazing.
I'm going to
You
use.
just like crawl up the chimney. Fuck this! You just see feet go up.
I have an invisible one, but I can't find it because it's really like it's hard to see.
Well, I mean, it's invisible.
No, I mean like it's really
pretend
hard
for
to
a
see.
minute.
Oh no, I see it now. Anyway, all right.
It's
That
really
was
It's
your
visible,
turn. Yeah.
but it's hard to see.
The mimic once again is going to try to attack you. Now. Nope. That one. I know for a fact that one hit. It's a natural 2. So it is going to.
It's gonna flick my shield.
No, it's just going to really just kind of like bounce around there. You see it starting to take. Oh, it's going to take damage. Fire damage. 5 points of fire damage.
Wow.
Jerk.
Fire back.
So now it's close proximity to
understand
you.
what
It's still
Great
kind of
Bradbury
in
was
your
talking
face,
about.
and the fire is, it's not necessarily spreading just yet, but you can kind of start to see that it's taking form. So just be aware of that. Jingles, you're up.
I'm continuing to stroll down. I don't
Okay.
know what these hooligans are doing.
30 feet, you get down to
God.
here. You can just below the second story there. You can see like there was like a balcony. You can just barely see what's going on. You
Guys,
see it.
what are you guys screaming at? God damn it! And is there enough room for me to actually like get a little blast off between where I am and just literally
Sure.
just like
Sure, but it's
Yeah,
it's
just-
Right where
I'm
the,
gonna give
the
you
ceiling meets the stairs. Like,
I'm just gonna hang out this.
random hand. roll to hit, and I'll let you know if you
Nope.
hit.
Okay. That's a 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
Not this time.
There's
All
like
right.
a fireball shoots by. Sorry, guys.
It lands against the wall behind you guys, over to your right there, and just.
Did you just set the room on fire?
It's a
Jules?
little one. It's not good enough to like set things on
Okay.
fire. Shit, hang on. Probably should have read this before doing that.
great.
Oh yay!
Well, you did it.
Well,
Well, if we were trying to be sneaky.
I mean, the
succeeding.
thing's on fire now, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you say that?
It's
in
not
character?
gonna be my
Well, at least
fault.
on fire. I did my job.
Guys, we could just leave.
Oh,
You're not
damn.
wrong.
Okay.
I was
alright,
gonna
so
talk to this thing, but not
kill.
if it's on fire.
yeah.
Does what it is what the firebolt hits flammable?
Yes.
There may be a small fire.
Which is why I put that there.
This is
Oh, I
fun.
totally did
No.
not see that.
Welcome back.
Yep. Yeah.
So there is a small fire starting to form now with the combined efforts of her Molotov cocktail spilling everywhere.
Sure.
So the main impact hitting the mimic, but also splashing against the wall. Your firebolt going against the old wood behind, and yeah, it's starting to catch. It's not that big, but you can start to see a little bit of the embers kind of.
Hit it with your ice dagger.
All right, Donesh.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move over towards this cluster. Next to Trixie and next to Malthea.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull out my grappling hook.
Okay.
And now, where am I in relation? Is it really at that degree of an angle, the mimic?
Sure.
Okay, well I'm gonna stand a little bit more in front of it then, near the fireplace.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw my grappling hook and try to catch the top of it. And I'm gonna have you guys help me pull it down.
Okay. So you as you're walking closer to it, you notice that its solid form that it had begins to kind of undulate and give a little bit of movement. So it's not as sturdy as you may think it is. You may do something, but you're not too sure. It's starting to kind of give. It's not a bookcase so much anymore.
Okay.
Right. It just appears that it was.
Well, I'm pull out the old trusty trident then. In that
All right.
case.
All right, Trident.
Attaboy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get as close as I can with my to be in reach with my trident, not necessarily in reach of it.
I think your Trident only 5 foot reach?
Sure.
So then you have to get pretty close to it. So I can.
Be on the table. Yeah, jump on the table.
Oh, okay. Make
Demon! Like that.
make an athletics.
Ow. 13.
Good.
Plus. Okay.
You're good. You're good.
Alright.
The table beneath you kind of gives a little bit of a creak, and you can kind of tell maybe you don't have a whole lot of time on it, but for the time being, you're good.
All right. Sweet. If it decides to collapse as I'm down thrusting, I'll be fine with that.
All right.
But you know it. That might not. Come on, give me some like advantage here. Like that'd be awesome. That's a 7.
You have your DM's inspiration.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna waste it on that. I'm not gonna waste it on that. That's not worth it.
We worked hard for that. Did we
All right.
work hard for that?
Yeah.
So you go to stab, and it just. And the combination of the fact that the table is so rickety, you're able to not really get your good grasp, and you kind of lunge at it, and it just moves out of the way.
Fair enough.
All right, Hylene.
I would like to take a swing at it with my axe, but am I gonna catch on fire if I do this?
Let me see. How flammable are you?
I know, right? I just want to make sure.
You're made of 45% sawdust, so maybe.
As you go to, did I? Oh no.
No, you have not.
As you go to swing with your axe, you notice that it is in fact a magical weapon. So go ahead and roll. And
18. Well,
18.
And I get proficiency bonus with that. Yeah,
Sure.
okay. So
Natural
that'd be-
18, you hit.
Okay. Would it be the same as my mace?
I think it says
With
on the
the
card.
oh, okay. Die. Read. Literacy.
Yeah.
We're fighting it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
battle on
3
both ends.
D8. Where is my D8?
No, that wasn't a crit.
That was
Oh, okay. I was like, hot damn.
Yeah. Yo,
It's
Will.
gonna be a wrecking
So
ball.
it's a
2D8.
D8. No,
Okay.
it's a D8 normal.
Okay.
When you crit, instead of it being 2D8, it becomes a 3D8.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Gotcha.
Or if you're holding it versatile like a two-handed weapon, it becomes a 3D10
Okay.
rather than a 2D10 for the
Gotcha.
crit. So it's just a normal D8.
Okay.
You hold it in one hand, it's a D8.
8.
8 points of damage plus your modifier.
My modifier, so that would be plus 6. That would be 14.
Oh, no.
wait.
Six.
Plus 4.
Plus 4. Oh, sorry.
Strength. Yeah, just the strength.
Sorry. No, that's my attack bonus.
So 8 plus 4, 12.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
I
good.
was using
Out
my
of
attack
existence.
bonus.
Yeah.
Right, like Arnold
it's-
strength.
It's a solid hit. Now, it's funny because it's a mimic and it shouldn't have that wooden sound when you hit it because, yeah, it appears like wood, but when you do hit it, there is something solid that you kind of just... And it reels back and this is a giant gash in it. No blood spewing out, but it kind of starts to reform as it's kind of an amorphous solid there. All right, now we are with Amalthea again.
Alright, well,
You're on
I'm gonna stay back a bit and
All right.
then shoot it with my hand crossbows.
Okay.
It's right here. Oh, yeah. I didn't even look.
Who had Muggsy, by the way?
I'm pretty sure he's sticking with me. I told him to stick with me.
Got it.
After
And he
accidentally
always
being
listens.
after being a bad parent last time.
Negligent parent.
He was a negligent parent.
I'll be at 18.
18 will hit.
Um, 6.
6 damage. Alright. So you take your hand crossbow now, you load it up. You see it now where the eyes are, where the eyes were, it just barely dodges out of the way, but it's hit right above its the eye socket, if you want to call it that, and it's. All right, Trixie.
Rolls.
Trixie is going to pop out, and she's going to use her new lovely claw daggers and toss 2 daggers.
All right. It feels good in your hand.
I got advantage on that one. The first one is 17.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the second one is 24.
Both hit.
Take advantage with daggers?
I was hidden.
Oh, right.
And she gets sneak attack too.
Yeah, and sneak attack. So the first one is
Damn.
14
Ooh.
plus 2. 16.
All right.
Man. Very nice.
And then she's gonna kind of duck and roll underneath the concierge desk.
Okay.
It's
So
okay if I can't hide there if it's too small. She just needs to-
you technically can.
Oh, okay.
You're tiny, but go ahead and roll.
18.
All right. You think you're pretty well hidden. Even in all the chaos in front of him, he doesn't really notice you.
Doesn't keep one of his eyes on me.
He's got multiple eyes. So let's see. Oh yeah, no, he's doesn't even notice you.
Just starts quoting Dante's Inferno at this point. Just like just reciting like
He
the.
just
Yeah.
Okay, the mimic will once again. Now he sees you standing on the table, and you're prime suspect because his mouth is right at your level. He's going to lunge out at you and try to bite.
I'm spry.
You are, but can you? Oh man, why am I losing it?
You're spry, but not
Oh
spry.
my gosh, I just realized I rolled d6s instead of d4s in the last one for the daggers, so subtract. Just
okay.
subtract.
2.
Subtract all of it. Yeah.
So, all right,
Or
so
we'll say four. Subtract
four,
four, just
4
four.
total. Got it.
Sorry.
You can only lie to God once.
I was still getting the hang of it.
All right. It is going to let's see. 12.
Nope.
All right. So
Too spry.
he goes to lunge at you, and you just even the table actually kind of helps you at this point as he hits it, knocks it down, but you kind of ride with it, and you're landing on your feet just normally. So he's gonna go and go forward a little bit, fall down,
Put out the fire!
and now
He's
you're
not all bad, guys. He held me off the table.
as he goes to basically chomp on the wood there.
You were behind him.
He takes an additional 3 points of damage from fire.
This thing is.
And let's see what happens with the fire.
Oh, I see now.
All right, the fire isn't spreading, and you think that it's probably going to put itself out, or you can probably put it out.
Okay.
Alrighty, Jingles, you're up again.
Alright. As I look at the fact that I just set a wall on fire, I was getting ready to go, like, panic and kind of like, oh no, I probably should put that out. But now that I see it's kind of fizzling, I'm going to be like, I'll let it go. I'm not too worried. So I'm going to run down the stairs, and as I pass by Muggsy, I'm going to kind of turn to him. Muggsy, upstairs. Hide.
All right.
He's just like a lemming. He just like walks off like a and it's like Steven! That whole joke comes back.
All right.
And I'm gonna come downstairs, and when I'm down there, do I see Trixie?
Make a perception check.
Okay, alright.
You got a 22, right?
No, I got a... Maybe it was, yeah.
I've got a
Or 17. Or
Sorry.
something,
Yeah, I think
14?
it was 17.
You don't. You do not. Not in all the chaos, and you know
To
the
be
fire
fair,
is
though, I
still
am on the
lit.
side of the desk where he can see me.
Right here.
Yeah, away from the mimic, so I feel like he's on the back side of the desk. So he probably sees a little. Does that
Well,
make sense? Maybe not.
Yeah.
That's okay if he doesn't,
But
that's
I mean,
better.
technically with the roll,
Okay, we'll
within
go
all
with
the
that.
chaos,
yeah.
he doesn't.
Don't notice you at first. And I am going to I'm gonna pull out from my waistband because I don't feel like setting another fire.
Oh God.
I'm going to
Please no.
18 over from here on out, guys.
I'm gonna whip out my brass balls. And I am going to attempt to hurl them at this mimic.
All right.
Because do I know what this thing is?
Make an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Okay. All right. I've got a 12.
You're not entirely sure. It's a pseudopod of some kind.
Okay.
Or a pseudopod. It has this amorphous shape changing ability, so you can probably call it a shape changer, but
Okay. All right.
shapeshifter of some
Yeah.
kind.
Guys, that's some sort of shape-changing pseudopod.
Got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to chuck the bolero. And that's going to be a 15?
With a catapult? Or just-
Not with a catapult, just with my hand.
So you're not adding your bonuses.
No.
Okay, cool. 15?
15.
15 will hit.
All right. And that is going to be where's my D4? There's D4 right there. That's going to be a 3 plus 2. That's going to be 5.
5 points of damage.
And I think you had the mechanic for this one. Is it considered grappled or restrained or?
You don't think that he can be really... As you throw it... Okay.
Fair
As you
enough.
throw it into this amorphous solid, it almost envelops into its massy flesh.
Oh,
and
gross.
And it hits him, it hurts him, but now it's kind of just like deeply
It's like stuck
embedded.
in there.
You can see the chain or the link just barely sticking out.
My balls!
Chew on these!
But it's still within.
Okay, alright. So, that's fair. Well, that didn't work quite as I thought it would. And I'm gonna go and, yeah, do I have any more movement left, or am I...
You do.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to go and I'd like to try and duck behind the same thing that Trixie's hiding behind, but I don't see her there, so I'm
Well,
totally
now
cool
you do.
running
Now,
You trip over as you
now as you kind of like move over there, this dark shadow that you weren't able to see before just...
Didn't see you there. Wow, you're really good at that. And I'm gonna park it
More
there.
shocked at her than the fucking monster. oh, thank God, Trixie. Good to see you.
It's not trying to eat me.
It's like, did you see the beds upstairs? I didn't see the beds.
That's exactly what we're gonna talk about.
All right, Dawn Ash.
Okay, so I'm at partial cover right now, so I'm just gonna like poke up and go, Alright, so that is gonna be...
That is cocked.
Yeah. 18 with
Nice.
its natural 18.
Yeah, you hit.
Dope. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and then do that. Wait, no. I'm not gonna do that.
20 damage.
So this is with both hands, so by the way. Where's the D8? There it is, plus 4.
Oh!
12!
That's
Can you hover it
impressive.
above the map cam
Landed
there?
like that. Boom.
All right.
That's a crit. If I've ever seen something, that's a crit.
This is your moment.
Oh.
Okay, so
It's sitting there going, hitting the table in front of you, latching out with its pseudopod tongue, and Highland is right there next to you, blocking and trying to get her licks in as well.
so I look over at a mouth and I go, it's time to see where this story ends. Or how the story ends, and I just like stab it right, and it's whatever.
You see it go as it opens its maw once again. You see a bunch of this.
The Heart of Darkness.
Sure.
Yes.
Open to page 30. And the eyes eventually blink out, and it begins to form this weird lumpy mass. No longer in the shape of really anything. It's just purplish, bluish, and it just kind of.
I think it had speakers on it.
It was an entertainment system.
Yeah. Oh my God, we just killed something that's from the future.
I just wanted to sing to us.
All right, so I pull out my trident from this goop.
Make a make a
No.
spirit check.
Can I help him just in case?
Make it with advantage.
All right, sweet. Okay, was it a strength check? Well, that's a 10.
Advantage.
Yeah,
It
I rolled 2.
Minus. Oh,
Yeah.
It's deep in there. It's past 2 foot, the 2 foot mark of your trident, and it's just a big blob. And as you begin to pull, even with her help,
And I look at her and I go, cliffhanger.
Can I try?
should have gotten that.
These pages seem to be stuck together.
let's see.
Gross.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you.
You're the one whipping up balls. Oh, your balls! They're deep in there.
Five.
dude.
I know. I'm ballsy.
You go to help him out too. Still in there.
Did I just lose my trident?
No, we'll get it back.
Oh, you know what? Can
Just have
I?
to drag this
I'm gonna.
thing
Can
behind
I
you.
lightly with a finger? I mean, you know what? I take out the dagger and I just kind of like scrape off a little bit of what this is,
Okay.
this beast, and I want to do like an identification check.
He's gonna do a Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Make a nature check.
Okay. Yeah, not proficient in that. That's good. But it was a natural 10. What is that? With intelligence? Yeah, it's a 10.
Okay. You're not sure at all. This is something completely new. Even in the Underdark, you have never seen anything like this.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's flammable, and I don't know what it is. So.
Is the wall still on fire?
It is.
Does it look like it's going out?
It's not going out, but it's not necessarily growing. There are embers now.
Okay. All right.
There's a giant scorch mark for sure.
Okay.
Up on the ceiling, and then right behind where the mimic was, where he hit.
Trixie, the rooms in this place are terrible.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm gonna be sleeping outside
somewhere
tonight?
else.
Someone
Yeah.
help
Trixie's
me.
gonna walk over and make a face and try and take her daggers.
All right, make a
That's
make a
true.
check.
Ha ha ha! 18.
I didn't see it.
Where were you facing?
No, I saw it.
Oh, you saw it. You totally saw it.
I felt it. Ooh, my pride.
You
said
heard
that,
it. It was a good.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that was clean.
I look at her and I go,
They're tapered.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's easier to pull them out. It's
Can I, even though I already
I'll,
helped him, go and like try and cut it out?
Sure. Okay. This make a
Don't do
dexterity check.
you're gonna lose that dagger.
Make a dexterity check.
Don't do that.
I'm not.
Don't.
It's like a magical
It's a
thing.
magic dagger.
20, but not now. But 20.
She goes in there and she, along the shaft of the trident, she finds it and goes, hits the where the tines spread apart. She kind of follows that too. Her hand's going deep into this creature,
Oh.
but she's able to just maneuver her arm with perfect precision, and she's able to take this thing out. And there's this weird smell, and it's kind of like this warmish goo, and you're able to shake it off, but you're probably gonna need a bath.
Did we see baths in here?
A what?
So
Did we see baths in here?
You didn't get that far. You got halfway down.
They're probably
the hall.
mimics.
Is that the trident, right?
You have it right now.
Trixie,
Thank you.
those daggers look a little gross.
Fix them.
You know, I was looking upstairs at some of the rooms, and just
They're all bad. Whatever. Fix them.
No, fine. I'll prestidigitate the goop.
You watch this weird, like, sinuous stuff just evaporate off the daggers there.
Alright, you can have your pick of the terrible rooms.
Can you do mine too, Jingles?
Well, of
Her
course I
arm,
can, and I'll
Yeah, my
and
Same
get
thing.
it like off her arm and
Yeah,
stuff.
sure. You can go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
You go
I'll
down
try
the
and
line.
get like the sticky goop off of you guys as best I can.
Thank you.
And then nobody got the brass balls, right?
Not yet.
Those are still
Okay.
deep.
There
Still
are
deep in
about 5 little tiny links available to be seen.
I'm gonna grab it, and I'm going to attempt.
Can I help him?
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to pull it out. All right.
I pull you by the waist.
Thank you. I need it. That's 19 with advantage.
Yep. So, as you go ahead and grab his waist, you're like, maybe right here. All right. And you
Yeah.
pull
Yeah.
it
That's
out.
it.
Put your shoulders into it.
As you pull out.
Yeah.
The two little balls go, boop, boop. Yeah. they hit your chest just barely, but as you yank on him, and then they're there.
Aw.
You
I
have them.
wish she was still a woman.
And I say, nope, this is good enough for me. I just pat him on the butt. I go, good job, cowboy. Like that.
Why, thank you. And I will polish them off, and I will gingerly tie them back around my waist.
Damn, I should have been like,
Alright.
he's not?
Make
So,
anyone make an investigation check.
yeah.
Can I make a leaving check? Like I'm leaving this
everyone or
building.
anyone?
Anyone.
Okay,
Anyone
yeah.
All of us
can
can
do
do
it.
it?
7.
You did?
1.
Okay, well,
This is my-
yeah, I'll go by.
that's
No,
a
don't you have
10.
to. He already made it for you.
So,
So
sorry.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know it's for the group.
Wow.
you can notice the wildlife outside has now started to kind of pick itself back up again. The crickets are starting to chirp. You can hear just the various nightlife start to be, start up again. So
This place is creepy as shit. Let's leave.
What?
So I have to agree with Jingles here. I'm pretty hurt right now. I just want to go outside somewhere and lay down for a while.
You're bleeding from the ears.
I
just need
basically, yeah.
I look at everyone and I go, well, I think it's safe to assume why this place is abandoned now. What the fuck was that?
Well, it was a shape-changing pseudopod of some sort.
Wait, you
That
said
would be
you said
a
mimic. What? Mimic what?
You've never heard of mimics?
I don't believe I
They're
have.
creatures that pretend to be inanimate objects, and then they attack you.
Well, that's not nice.
No, that's why I'm saying we should probably leave. There may
Yeah, I
be
think
more.
so.
So there could be potentially more in here.
Make an
There
intelligence
could
check.
be. Okay.
Did you just lie to me?
Are they
Yeah.
pack animals?
9.
9. Okay. You're not entirely sure if they would roam together or hang out with their own kind. You only know them as voracious eaters and probably not really pack hunters.
I still don't want to take my chances.
Well, I
will be finding a nice tree to sleep under tonight. Whatever the rest of the party decides to do is entirely up to you. But yeah, I really would like to not stay here.
I'll accompany you. You look rather wounded. But that axe swing, though, was super dope.
Thank you for that axe. That axe is super dope.
Hey, I only gave it to you. You swung it, so.
Well, that being said, even if we are hanging out outside, I think, and I know I'm going to hate this, I have to go upstairs and find where Muggsy is hiding.
Scavenger hunt.
If anybody would like to accompany me, I think it might be a good idea to at least see and make sure that this place is cleared of anything
I'll go
else.
with you.
I am
That's
going to
not
be
gonna-
so upset if you go upstairs and you just see Muggsy's, like, feet in, like, the mouth. So you should go.
Yeah. So,
Sure, I'll go with you.
okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And
Don't forget.
I want to go too because I want to see what it looks like upstairs.
yeah, come on
It wasn't
upstairs.
a lot.
And we're gonna, once we do kind of like a little search upstairs and find Muggsy, then we'll come back down and we'll join you guys because I have no desire to sleep in here tonight.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
We'll be outside.
I'm a little afraid to investigate.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to.
Be sneaky.
All right,
Alright.
so we're going
All right.
upstairs.
You guys make your way upstairs.
How many rooms upstairs?
There are. It was a roadside tavern, so you imagine that there's probably even another floor above you, and there are about 7 rooms on this floor. You see a washroom of some kind where there is a little bit of a laundry type of room. Everything is empty, but this is where you just imagine these kind of things were. There, you can still see like a bedpan at the very end of the hall there. Make investigation checks.
Okay. That's a
21.
upside down 6.
16.
Okay.
21.
All right.
All right. With the 21, you make your way through all the rooms, and you don't find anything else that's suspicious. Actually, there's really no other furniture here.
Okay.
Besides the one room where Muggsy is kind of just perched in there, there are spider webs hanging down, and he's just kind of literally in front of, or in the threshold, just looking at you, waiting for you to come in. There is a small, as he saw earlier, a small little like dresser drawer.
Yeah.
But nothing else.
Trixie's gonna turn to Muggsy and be like, "You and me, we're gonna have lessons on hiding later."
Yeah, you know what? That's probably a good idea. But for now, you did good. You did good, buddy.
Guys, I have a feeling about this dresser drawer thing. I
You
feel
wanna
like there's
shoot it?
something Yeah.
You
Yeah,
should
I'll
shoot it.
Yeah.
You should shoot it. I don't trust it. And I'm gonna.
Roll
Can I ready a fireball too?
Yeah.
Or a firebolt.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Your fingers kind of sparkle as
Yeah.
What do I add? Dexterity?
yeah you're.
It's an 8.
All right, with your longbow or your
Cross.
okay.
Hand crossbow.
It hits the board. Nothing happens.
Okay, all clear. Trixie, you wanna
Okay.
check out the drawer? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Check it
roll
out.
investigation.
I'm just gonna, keep an eye out.
11.
Yeah.
You open it and you see an old parchment that's been eaten away by little bugs and whatnot. Nothing else.
Bugs.
What does it say on
What
the
is it? What
parchment?
is the parchment?
Oh, it's beyond recognition. It's you can just barely read out the outline of where the paper was,
Oh.
but it's only the corners remain and everything else is just dust.
It says, "There seems to be some."
Yeah.
Anything
Alright.
else? Any other
Let's go to the.
little doors to open in this thing?
We can go to the third story.
There are.
Is there a third story?
There is. At the end of the hallway, you find another set of stairs, and you go up another set of 5 rooms now, and then there's a closet for maybe their supplies or something. The door is open, and you see nothing in there as well.
Okay, and I was gonna say I'll illuminate the little fireflies to kind of help out.
All right, you can.
And
No.
Amalthea's got the much sharper eyes, so if I can give her advantage on another perception check if she's trying to.
Yeah.
Sure.
Huh. 17.
17. The light now from the moon and the blue giant is piercing even stronger. There are larger holes here. Nothing that can't be, patched up really quickly. But for the most part, there's really nothing in here at all.
All right.
There's nothing here, Jingles.
No beds, no bed frames.
No beds, no bed frames.
In that case,
Oh, I was hoping for a bed,
Then you
Well,
guys do
me too.
carry your own bedrolls with you as part
I
of your
know.
adventure.
but I like it.
Go outside.
Okay, yeah,
Or
let's
campfire
head
or
outside.
whatever. I'm
Okay.
gonna just make a quick stop behind the bar and pick up a couple more bottles of that rum.
ooh.
Okay, there aren't any more of that rum. There
Okay,
is
different.
one more bottle that he had that he was about to open,
Whiskey.
but it's low volume and
High
maybe
gravity.
for one shot.
Any
Literally.
vodka?
Sure.
Whiskey?
Is there,
Yeah,
yeah, I was gonna
I
say
just
There's a-
grabbed some random bottles.
Okay.
double fisting down the stairs.
Ooh, that's
Wait,
a
What the
high
hell
roll.
that was?
You find 3 bottles. Again, all very, very low quantities on each, but enough for 1 or 2 shots.
You just
each
need
one.
to find a way to sleep tonight. Just any way to sleep after that.
Alright, so I'll take them, and then are you guys outside? Or?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so we'll join you outside. Like,
All right.
at even.
Yeah, no, I'll head on out too. And
Begrudgingly.
are there any other bottles left behind that they did not take?
There are a few empty bottles. Yes,
Okay. Are
they
there-
actually emptied one of them earlier,
Okay, yeah.
just
are,
before the fight.
Are there any that are not empty?
Well, I
I was gonna say, I know
Are
you
you
took a
gonna
couple.
have
I don't want to
one?
necessarily steal your drink.
Make an investigation check.
I don't want to steal your
Well,
drinks.
just
I want
ask
to take
me
like the
for one.
nasty tequila or something.
I was taking them for all of us. It wasn't specifically for me.
What's
It's not to drink.
Right, I'll do something else.
So that's gonna be a 12.
12?
So not super high.
But tell me what it is if I'm curious enough. I might let you do it.
Well, kind of like what you were planning on doing, or what you did earlier with the little bottle and throwing the bottle and setting the big fire.
You want to blow up the whole thing?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, let's have a
This is a
group
perfectly good inn.
This
that
is not a
someone else could
perfectly good
use,
inn. This
that
is
we
an
could sell.
abandoned, nasty crap hole that was housed to mimics that tried to kill us and will kill
Ski
other.
kind of goes on your shoulder, and then he's just looking at the inn from. Are you on the outside now,
Yeah.
or are you still upstairs?
Outside.
Okay, so are you all outside now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I actually be looking around for any savroots?
So for what?
Savroots?
Savroots. Okay, make an investigation check. You guys are outside, and Skeet is poking his head out, and he's now just looking, just kind of sniffing around, not really doing anything, but just hanging out, chilling as you guys are talking about.
Hey, buddy.
Jingles, I trust your judgment, and I'll give you one of my.
Well, thank you. I will take one of those bottles, and if I can, just kind of like pour it under, or like right in the front door frame, like right in the entryway,
Alright.
just right on those. And it's all wood, I'm assuming. It's all
Yeah.
wood. Okay, yeah.
Even
and
the wooden deck.
yeah, and I'm gonna pour it right under there, right under like the frame.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, by the way.
14. Okay. You take a look around, and you think a little bit down the road. You feel something that kind of reminds you of the plant that would give you that. So
Okay.
you can head over there. And
So I look at Highland and I go, I think there might be something just down the road for your acid burns. And I look back at Jingles and I go, but this should definitely burn.
Glad to hear.
Yeah. And I kind of start to take you by like the
Okay.
hand and shoulder.
The hand, because I'm tall. That's what
The
you
hand
reach.
and mid
Yes.
back. Yeah. Can I gather this?
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. So you again, within your vision, you're able to do the check, and then kind of sit there with like a knife or something,
Sure.
pull up the root, and I'm gonna give you a total of. You find only one,
Okay, sure.
just from that one.
And so then I'm gonna pull out my herbalism kit, and I'm gonna like kind of like take out a brick and mortar and just start to like kind of crush it in
Sure.
between. And it's gonna
Yeah.
make this like milky, liquidy kind of cream.
And I'm just,
You're
like,
proficient with this,
mesmerized
correct?
by
Yes.
this.
Yeah. So make it with your proficiency.
Okay. That's a natural one.
Oh.
As you're making this thing, as this like we'll call it the salve, right? The healing salve. As you're crushing the root, it falls down on the floor and just all the little dust goes into the dirt.
Can I try it again? I'm very shaken that she's hurt.
Okay,
Can I try again?
sure. Now you know that the salve root only stops bleeding. It doesn't actually heal.
It's quiver root.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Salve root's for
Salve root's
burns.
for okay. So
Oh shit, you guys have like done this.
oh yeah. Oh, yeah,
I
we-
thought you guys were both talking out of your asses for a while.
No, we
a
had
little bit of that.
This whole
But,
time.
okay. Give me another check though. It's gonna be
Okay,
higher.
yeah.
The DC's
And
all
I
higher.
pick it up and I go, I'm sorry, this doesn't happen often. Oh shit! It's a 2.
You look around and you don't find any more around you, around in this immediate area.
The worst.
I look back and I just kind of like, I'm like shaking now at this point. I'm just,
It's okay, Donash. I tried doing that when I lived with my mother in Kalanduin, and you're much better at it than I am, even with that. So.
I'm glad I didn't see how you did it then.
Me too.
I'm sure there's a time
So,
where we can probably get you some help.
That's okay. I have my spell slots back, so I'm going to do Lay of Hands on myself and get 10 points of my hit points back. So.
Nice.
And I try to center myself, just like
Goose.
I'm more. I'm
Alright, so I've done Lay on of Hands. That is one spell slot, and I
No, you're 16.
Yeah, because I can add. I have 16 hit points now. It's okay, Donash.
just
really.
worried you got
It's-
hit in the face.
I
Acid
did.
hit your face.
It did, and I'll live. I'll be okay.
I'll keep my eye out for anything else that might help you.
Okay.
Should we head back?
Yeah, might be a good idea. Let's go watch this place burn.
Well,
Okay.
before Jingles lights it on fire, Trixie would like to pipe up and say, for the record, as soon as this goes up, it's going to be like a beacon for every creature, good or bad, within, several, at least a mile radius. So we should be prepared to get the hell out.
So should we start looking for?
We have horses, don't we?
Yeah,
You
we
have-
have our cart.
Oh,
Cart,
there's that.
no horses.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mudgy
Mudgy.
doesn't go that
Yeah.
fast.
But
So-
Mudgy goes.
He's
Well-
got little legs. I'm very familiar with it.
Then I would suggest. Oh, you already poured it out, right?
I poured it out. I think from Jingle's perspective, this place is currently it is a danger.
Okay.
And obviously the people who ran it did not care enough about it to, pay it a visit. This thing has been long abandoned. They have not provided any sort of beds or...
completely understand why they abandoned it.
and I look at you and I go, well, this place isn't going anywhere and we need to head our way, so why don't we make this interesting? We all get loaded up in the cart, and those who can shoot an arrow, let's see who can hit it first.
You're on.
Okay.
Like a flaming
With a
arrow.
fire
Yeah.
Yep.
arrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can,
All right.
Can we light our arrows with that?
I can light your arrows. It's okay. I gotcha. Don't worry.
He's like, don't ask God.
This is why
I know the
this is
answer.
why you
Trixie
need
rolls
me.
her eyes.
Yeah. We can also light torches too. We have tinderboxes and torches.
Just,
Yeah.
you
Got it?
I just
need
wasn't.
me.
I wasn't sure how.
So we all get in the cart, and I look at everyone and I go, well, what's the wager?
Let me see what I have.
I don't
I've
like
got-
to bet money.
A head full of secrets. Yeah.
Some lint.
Yeah.
You're like, I will bet compliments.
I'm not exactly.
Hey, that-
I'll
that's-
bet already.
Okay.
I don't
I
bet
already-
money.
That's
Oh,
currency in
favor.
her world. That's
Yeah.
that's currency.
All right. Ooh, but if
I don't
you
know.
if who wins the favor? Do we all just get a favor from the person?
That's a lot of favors.
No,
Yeah.
I
it's
feel like
the person who lights it gets favors from the others.
that's a lot of favors.
Yeah, that's 3
That's
favors.
a great amount of I like that. I think that's great.
Well, not pick their favor, but they just get a favor from the others. One of the others at some point.
Okay, so any one of
That's
the
a
3
little
to have
big.
1 favor.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's a good wager. We all shake, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So how are you
Are
gonna do
you
it?
anyone else too?
All right. So first things first.
How far away are we?
We start
getting out
at
of here.
what's a good?
We're in a moving cart, by the way.
Yeah,
This
we've
is
got
hard,
a moving
yeah.
cart. It's a
Can
very
I-
slowly moving
Can
cart.
I
Well, but
move
the
the cart
point was-
faster than Mudgy would?
Technically, yes, you would. He
Okay.
moves at a 20-foot.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let Mudgy take a break, and I'm gonna actually move the cart out. Just because.
You're still at a half movement because the cart is
Okay.
just heavy. So
Mudgy's
technically,
super strong.
he's technically moving that faster than you would,
Okay.
but he doesn't move faster than you normally would.
Okay, gotcha.
Just let him do his work. He's fine.
All right.
You've been
Can
in
we
and
do
out.
this within 30 feet?
wanna
30
be
feet
very
is not
far.
even a
Then
challenge.
I'm not gonna be, because I only have a crossbow.
And so do
I'm at
I.
a disadvantage.
That's all I got too. I got a hand
You got-
crossbow.
all right, fine.
No, we get up to 60
We'll start-
feet.
Yeah.
But that
120.
that's with 616
Hand-
Well, 120 is disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be
So
at
we have up to
disadvantage.
60 feet.
That sounds great. I think let's do. If you want to do 60 feet,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're moving.
we're
So.
moving. So,
Alright.
all right.
Away!
Since we're moving, do we all have disadvantage or is it normal?
I
Let
want
me
to
see.
make this tall.
So Mudgy's
And should we
moving the
roll
cart.
initiative for who goes?
No. We have to do it
Yeah,
all
we
at the
can
same
all do it at
time.
the
Let's
same
follow
time.
your.
Everybody-
Mudgy is actually holding onto the cart pretty steadily. He's got
Okay.
that thing, so it's moving, but it's not. You're not rickety, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll just let you roll your normal roll here.
And
Okay.
then
He rolled
plus-
really well.
Just plus the proficiency.
Plus your your normal. It's,
Alright,
it's
so
like
we-
shooting.
So
and,
you light all of our
Attack
arrows.
bonus. The
Yep.
attack
Hold
bonus.
up your ammunition.
your attack bonus too. Yeah.
All right, and I
Are you
will
gonna-
ignite the tips of the arrows.
Highland, tell us when.
Okay.
All right, and wait a second. How far
Alright.
away are we?
60.
60
On
feet.
your marks. Get set. Go.
Oh. We're all terrible.
So we're just gonna set the forest on fire.
Alright, ready?
around
Oh,
Oh, no,
the
I need
house.
to know these rolls.
I was gonna say on 3 we all say the roll.
Oh, okay.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. 11.
15.
Shit.
15. I heard a
15.
15. Another 15.
I got 13.
13.
11.
And then 6.
7.
7.
Really bad.
That was a terrible bunch of rolls.
You're
We're level 2 guys.
You're sitting there, and the two that rolled the lowest are you go and shoot your crossbows and whatever other else you got, and the
Damn
two,
it, Trixie!
This is like a call.
the fireball goes.
I was gonna say, and can I just for kicks? Can I Roy Mustang this one?
All right,
Can I?
and it doesn't get anywhere near, but it explodes pretty well.
You used
The
magic.
15.
Wait, that was me.
Oh, that was.
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
was.
I was
oh,
like, dude, just leave the bar
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
start the tavern.
I thought it was you that rolled. You rolled a 13, correct? All right, your arrow falls just short, and yours, yes. You're aiming for that one little tiny spot where you poured that alcohol. A little bit of the glass kind of breaks, and the fire, though small, is catching.
As I
The
was gonna
effect
say, I
was
don't have
more.
an actual fireball yet, but it's like, and it's only really like this big.
Just
Yeah,
slowly.
it's-
And then the Mudgy just walks slow motion away from the tavern. We're like, God!
I want fan art. But I'm not gonna get it. All right.
Roll
Yeah.
for fan art.
Roll for fan art.
Oh please.
19.
That's pretty good. Now you have to.
Yeah.
So yeah, you glass breaks. The frame on the door itself kind of just shatters and it falls into pieces. You see the fire start to ignite on the alcohol, and flames start to lick up a little bit, begin more and more, and you can kind of start to see now black smoke pooling up into the top there, billowing out from the overhanging, the awnings and whatnot, and the fire starts to catch, but it's slow going.
It's gonna be slow.
It's really slow.
It's fair
I
enough.
mean, you have maybe about a dinner plate's worth of fire, if you could quantify that in the dinner plate.
Someday it'll get bigger. So,
Well,
Trixie.
Jingles, I didn't
Yeah.
know you had it in you.
Trixie's gonna look at Jingles
Bit of a
and
show
say,
off.
So you earned a favor. Does this mean you two are even now?
Not necessarily. If you call upon me for that favor, then we're even. I could definitely say no to it.
I am a man of my word.
Well, that was cheap.
Mm.
That was real cheap, wasn't it?
But I will remember this moment. and there will come a day when I will
Not in our favor.
ask something of you. And when that day comes,
My question is, I guess if you were to ask upon me a favor and I declined, we would be fair. But I could choose to do the favor and we'd
Yes.
still have a favor. Fair enough.
Yep.
Okay. Works for me. Doesn't really matter now. You have Blue Stone. Real hot on the gun on that one. But okay. Which, by the way, have you found anything about it?
you know, it's actually really tricky. It's a little more complicated than I was thinking. The magic in it is a little bit above my understanding at the moment, but I've got a couple fancy little items, and I kind of pat my little haversack in here that I think are going to help me figure out exactly how to unlock the magic of this thing. So
So it doesn't just turn you into a woman every time?
I thought that was the magic. I thought that was pretty great.
I'm going to ignore Trixie. I'm going to ignor her.
There was some
Can
kind
I
of
conjure up like
disguise
a
stone.
little mage hand to just kind of...
I just feel goosebumps from the thing. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
It technically doesn't have
It's not.
form,
Yeah,
right?
it's not
yeah.
physical
still
form.
doing
It's,
this.
Yeah.
it's just
Hands
like every
still-
once in a while, I'll just have it like stick a finger like
Sure,
up her
right.
nose.
you feel it, but it's just like it's almost like someone's blowing air, up your nostril.
Uncomfortable.
I'm gonna have a random direction for the wind to blow, and it's actually
Spectral
blowing.
Wet Willy.
It's actually kind of blowing away from you, but down the road where you came from.
Okay.
So just that way. So
Oh, the
you see
doors, I
the-
think, we're dead.
You see the the smoke. It's getting a little thicker and start to make its way up. As soon as it passes the canopy of the trees, then the wind will actually take it further. All right. So you guys make your way further. Do you stop for the night? Do you continue on?
Well, I think it's best to ask you, Highlander.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Do you think you can wait until we get to town?
How far is town from here?
In mudgy speed.
Yes.
And I
Mighty
ask
speed.
God.
It's a ways away.
Okay, well,
It's about a ways.
you know, we've had quite a couple of days. I think maybe it'd be a good idea to stop and rest.
Find
I think
a
she's earned it.
keep our eyes peeled for a nice spot that looks a little bit less creepy than the last one.
Malthea, do you think you can find something that's safe?
Yes. Can I get a perception check?
You
As
may.
to a...
Or is that
Yeah, make
nature?
that with advantage. This is your favorite terrain, correct, Forrest?
Yes.
Nice.
There's a house right here.
There's critics.
17. You guys make your way for a little bit longer, maybe about 10 minutes or so. You can still see the glow, but it's not necessarily catching as well as you had hoped. This is a small, basically a ding-dong ditch prank that you left at this doorstep where no one's answering.
Damn it.
Fire.
Yeah, ding-dong fire. And you don't think it's going
Dangerous
to really catch for the. It's a cold night. Yes,
fair.
yeah.
It totally went up in flames.
In your mind, oh
Yep.
yes, it did.
Yep.
You do find a small little tiny field out into your right there, to the north from where you're traveling, and you think that might be a pretty good spot to kind of set up camp.
Alright guys, I think this is a pretty good spot to set up camp.
Well, that sounds sure enough to me. Confidence alone makes me feel safe to sleep here tonight.
All right, and before we all start resting up, do we have an idea of who's gonna just be our lookout for the evening? We've got a little rotating system. Wow, every time.
I don't mind staying up for a bit.
I don't
Okay,
either.
all right, and
I'm fine to stay.
I would volunteer, but I need my beauty sleep.
To be fair, we actually need less sleep than you, so you
I
can sleep
know.
the whole night.
That's, I can safely say
So-
that I do need the most sleep.
I'll sleep for a bit, but I can take second shift.
No, you should rest for the whole
Are
night.
you sure?
Absolutely.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
You were just licked with like an acid-covered tongue.
Right.
You can sleep.
Okay.
And I start rolling. I start unrolling,
So you take
unfurling
your-
my
I'll
sleeping
take
bag
First,
for you. and
third
just
watch.
make
So
needs to
first
stay.
watch,
Thank you.
second.
Oh no, I'm sleeping.
Oh.
Nope.
I can do
I'm
seconds.
snoozing.
I
I've
have
got
zero
my
second-
watch.
I've got my
No
little like
watch.
blinders on.
Do we want a fire?
Oh, are they
for
like
that?
breakfast at Tiffany's?
They're just like with the
How
little
cold is
eyes
it?
on them still.
It's
Pink,
kind of
like,
yeah,
fluff
it's a little
around the
cold.
sides.
The storm had blown over to the north now, but it kind of left a cold wake. So you guys are. It's chilly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Fire
it's
might
barely.
attract things, but if you think
But it
it'll
might
help.
also wood things up. No?
We could dig a pit, kind of conceal the light a bit.
Okay.
Okay. So I started digging a pit.
All right.
What are we concealing the light of?
Fire.
Fire, the campfire.
Fire. Oh.
You mean this?
Jesus! I can do it again.
Are you sure that's not your god?
No,
right.
It just feels so right to say. There's something about it. I heard it in a dream once.
Well, yeah.
He
if
wore a
you guys-
many-colored coat.
If you guys want,
Wait, Jesus or Joseph?
One of them.
Okay.
before I go to bed,
Oh, they all did.
Yeah.
I know
I
there are
actually
musicals
want
about
to.
both of them.
I would like to just kind of go around the perimeter.
Okay.
Because I did pick up a fancy little thing from this little book that I've been reading, and I would like to try out this handy little ditty called an alarm spell.
All right.
And I'd like to cast it as a ritual as I'm listening to like the instructions from the book,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna go do it like bit by bit. I'm gonna get my little piece of like string and kind of thread it around the area.
Oh, like a. Oh, I think it meant like a wake up alarm. No,
so
like
no,
a.
not a wake
Got
up
it.
alarm.
You watch him use the next 10 minutes or so to kind of like move around the perimeter of this, and you're not entirely sure what's going on. You see a little bit of string being attached to various branches around the perimeter.
What are you doing?
Well, according to the little book that I've been reading, it seems like this is some sort of magic that basically will alert us if something crosses this little line, and I'll kind of like twang the string, and it makes I have it set to like an audible thing, like an audible sound, and it's gonna be literally just like a. And
Nice.
On
It's very
five.
pretty.
Like, oh my god, it's beautiful. And it's free.
Anybody who has used Pond 5 will appreciate
Pond
that.
5.
Everything.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
so
Oh,
Right,
I
that's pretty good.
I'd like to string that up
Just
along
be
the
alarm.
outside
Pond 5.
and set it to
Pond 5.
to the little wake up noise, so that if anything crosses that, and let me just double check on the. For some reason, these are.
I mean, it's a very pretty alarm, but wouldn't you want it to scream like "Get out" or something like that? At least scare
The
whatever's
crap
trying
out of all All right, I'll have it scream angrily instead.
just this thing goes, oi! There's an asshole in here!
Angry Scottish guy, even better.
Oh wait, I thought you were just saying when you twang it, it made like a little nice dainty noise. What is the actual noise that when someone trips it make?
I think I'm gonna take the page out of Highland Age.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here!
I'm naked!
No.
You're gonna need to add "I'm
So,
naked."
yeah,
That
right.
might encourage them
Right,
to come
right.
back.
20 foot cube.
20-foot cube. All right.
So ridiculous.
And yep, whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the area, that alarm sounds. And everybody can hear that because it's really loud and scary. I'm going to bed now. Okay.
I finished the pit and kind of gather up some neighboring wood. Hopefully you guys have helped me a little bit.
Yep, there's enough dry brush and branches that you can
Great.
make a campfire.
And I just light it with my tinderbox.
Mhm.
And I go, well, Mafia, just wake me up when you need me.
Okay.
I'm just going to trance.
Cross-legged,
Yeah.
arms up, lotus position, right?
No, but she doesn't see my eyes, so I'm just like,
Yeah. Wake me up when you're ready.
she's like, okay.
Let me know when. Oh, no, never mind. All right. Okay, so you have first watch, correct, Amalthea?
Yes.
All right. Nothing strange happens on your watch. You know, the clouds above you, the blue giant motionless in the sky, along with the moon just barely about to set. You hear the crickets. You hear the low hum of the wind, the rustling of the leaves in the trees. For every now and then, an animal call, a night owl, an occasional wolf, in the far, far, far off.
That's not like right next to us.
Don't have any of those.
just don't look in the eye. Just don't look in the eye. It's like right here.
Your shift ends normally. Nothing strange happens.
Waking Darnash.
Mm-hmm.
Darnash,
Yeah.
it's time for your shift.
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. How's everything?
Great.
Wow, this is chipper. I'm excited too. You know, you've been very happy since we left the tavern.
There was some animals crying. There was a wolf.
Were you daydreaming? Night dreaming? Awake dreaming?
I may have been a little bit. Yeah.
I think you missed somebody.
I do.
Get some shut-eye. Maybe you'll see it in dreams.
Maybe. I'll do my best.
I just...
Do you have anything I can use? Do you have anything I can use for lucid dreams?
Oh, God.
You know,
Where did your mind go just then?
Can I search the area?
Roll and
You know I'm searching for.
I know,
Okay.
exactly.
God, I am the worst. It's a natural 1. Fuck this die.
Dice jam.
That's okay. I'll just let my subconscious do what it does.
Wait, I'm just like, I swear I used to be good at this.
Nothing in the area that you can find.
That's
as
our
you-
herb pusher.
Yeah, right. So I look at her and I go, I don't think there's anything nearby, but ask me again another night. I'll keep my eyes out.
Alright, so I'll just go to sleep.
Okay. Your shift. Nothing really strange. You do hear the distant howling of wolves. Just the wind almost mutes it. The crickets, the wind is as well. And this time, the blue giant is now closer to the horizon. You see the constellations above you. You're able to just make. Oh no, you actually can't. Sorry. I forget.
I remember that. I remember how beautiful they were.
Yeah. But you can hear, you feel the breeze against your face, and you're able to kind of, as you walk around, root yourself into the ground and feel the vibrations around you.
Can I play a very light song on my flute?
You may.
I do.
You pull it up and.
God damn it, Don.
With little shrill at the end.
What?
Ow.
That was your alarm trap. That was weird.
Quiet. It was nice.
Amalthea,
Still got the blinders on.
you wake up. You are in your bedroll. It's cold, and you look up to the sky. No roadside inn to be seen. No cart to be seen. You're in a forest that is unfamiliar to you. In the night sky, you see the stars, the large blue gas giant setting, reflecting the blue light eerily across the ground, as you're now accustomed to. You look around and you see the other bedrolls around the campfire. The flames moving in an odd, undulating fashion. It seems almost illusory. You get up and you take a look, and you don't see Don Ash on his post. You see another bedroll, though, and bodies inside them. You go to look over to them. They're faceless, featureless. They have just that weird skin shape to them. You see off in the far, far distance a purplish glow. Undulating just like the fire. What do you do?
I move towards it.
As you walk, you hear the leaves crushing beneath your feet, but they don't sound like they're right beneath you. It almost sounds like it's echoing into your head. No wind. You get closer to the source of light, and you can barely see just ahead a shape. Slender. About maybe mid-waist level high. Purple flames rise up from the ground, meeting a bluish celestial type galaxy body. Blue flames with white tips emanating off the top of it. It's a wolf, but it's got very, very slender features. It's wolf-like. It stares at you. Amalthea. You can hear. I have waited for you for You see the fire still emitting off the top. Slow. It gets closer to you. Walking with deftness. Stops once again. Are you ready to take on the kin of Fenrir? As it moves back and forth, reading you.
I crouch down, so I'm like eye level with him. And I say, what does that entail?
Are you ready to take on one of Fenrir's kin? Are you ready to have something by your side? You see the flames still flowing up top, slowly. She starts to get closer to you. You must prove yourself worthy. You see the upper lip begin to kind of snarl a bit. Still reading you. Eyes have yet to move from you.
What will I have to do?
Prepare yourself. And it lunges at you. Roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Can you guys lift up the bus there?
Yeah.
10.
Watch the handle. All right. 10. Oh, all right.
Oh.
I guess not on the tree, huh?
The campfire is far away.
Way over here.
I've got trees, but I'm just not gonna. You can imagine that there are trees. Every single trunk there is a tree. You're right next to one, and so is she. She. All right.
An intense looking wolf.
It is going to go first. As it lunges at you, it's going to make its attack. Try to sink its teeth into you, and that is 15 to hit. Sorry, 14 to hit.
Oh, I'm at 15.
You're at 15, so it pushes against your body and as you kind of get like not knocked necessarily, but it's your turn.
I'm going to avoid the attack, and I'm going to try and jump on its back and grapple it.
Okay, make a grapple check.
What do I add? Dexterity?
Strength. That's
Strength.
gonna be your strength.
That's no good. That'll be a 10.
10. You do not hit. I'm gonna try to grapple it. The flames, they're not hot necessarily, but you don't have any kind of form to them. So you go to grab it, it just whips away. It's gonna lunge.
Why are we fighting?
I need to know if you are ready.
It's going to try to bite you for 11. Nope. Probably not. Okay. And it seems like it's kind of toying with you at this point. It's waiting for you to do something.
Alright.
It's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my ice dagger.
Okay.
Do I add the dexterity?
Yep, and your proficiency with that too.
Okay, so it's 16.
16 does hit.
I don't want to kill it.
Okay. So you take maybe do like a subdual damage. Essentially, you're trying not to hit it with the blade, but maybe the pommel. Go ahead and roll damage. Your full damage though.
2 plus. What did I add? 4? So it'll be 6.
Okay.
And then do the ice damage as
Yep.
well. 2.
2. All right. 6 plus 2. Okay.
Adam's
Sorry, what?
All right.
That's your name.
It's going to leave you, run off, you can, right here, you can almost see it disappear behind the tree. You see the glow actually. Your turn.
I run after it. I
Okay.
say, who are you? What you want?
So you run after where it was and you see nothing there.
Fenrir's kin.
Who's Venya?
Fenrir.
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 Fenrir. Who's?
I don't think you're ready.
She's still a little tipsy from the trip.
She's like giggling at rear.
Who's Fenrir? I say.
You hear the voice echo
I
throughout the
understood
forest
it
now.
right the first time. He likes to be called Venya or Fenrir. We'll call him Fenrir. Okay. Who's
You can hear the voice echo now throughout the forest around you, and it says to you,
The father of all the wolves. The great magical beast from another plane of existence.
you begin to hear some footsteps. It's going to lunge at you from almost seemingly coming from the tree itself. That will be a 9. Let's roll. No. Again, pounces off of you and then jumps off again, jumping away.
I do like a commando roll
Mm-hmm.
forward as it pushes.
All
me.
right.
And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, do you want me to kill you?
I need to know that you are ready. Show me. Show me what you have inside you. You have the thrill of the hunt. Those eyes, I have seen them many times before. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Show me.
And so I'll pull out my bow
All right.
and I'm going to,
Okay. Roll to attack.
13.
13 does hit.
Okay.
Roll damage.
5.
5.
Yes, good. Good.
Goes to lunge at you once more. I think that'll hit. 20 to hit.
Yes.
All right.
You were dead.
Yeah. Oh, no, you didn't.
You 7 total damage, and you are now prone.
What does that
Puts-
mean?
You are on the ground.
Yes.
You see this giant, beautiful
Mm-hmm.
galaxy, nebulous form in front of you. Not really gaseous, but having this odd, scintillating effect to you on top of you, looking straight down at you.
Well, I can still pull out my dagger.
Yep.
So
Go ahead.
I guess I have to do that.
I was so enthralled with it that when you said yep, I imagined the dog saying yep.
I got another 13.
13 does hit. All right.
So that's 8 plus 1.
All right, 9 total. And it's staring directly into your eyes as you do this, and it winces a little bit, but it doesn't move its focus. He kind of moves his body so that your blade is now outside of it. Natural 20.
Oh.
It's okay, I'm just dreaming, guys.
Yeah. And you know they say you
This
die
is
in a
like
dream.
Freddy. I was going to say, this is like Freddy Krueger, man. Be careful.
You didn't like your Larmix, did you? Is that what I'm saying?
What?
Nothing, never
Fenrir?
mind.
13 damage.
Oh.
And it takes a good chunk, as you're still prone, bite on your shoulder. How you doing? Still up?
I got 2.
All right. It's going to leap off of you. You have an attack of opportunity now.
Okay, good.
So it's going to leap off of you.
Do I have to roll?
You can roll.
9 plus 8, 15.
It hits as you see it begin to almost have that pouncing look to it. As it jumps up and you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I guess I'll do the dagger again because it's close, right?
Mhm.
Another 8 plus 2, 10.
10. Very good. All right. You don't think that you might actually hit him, but as she kind of brings her head up, swipe, and he still moves off of you, runs over to here, and you can kind of see the light fade away again.
Good, yes.
This echo begins to get closer, it feels like.
I have been waiting for this exact moment for a very long time. You have shown great promise. Get up. Get up.
I stagger up.
All right. You see a glow. Far, far end of there. It's walking towards you. Slowly, this time. Its focus still on you.
I walk towards it as well.
Alright. Do you do anything?
I say, come here.
Gets closer to you. Just as it's about to lunge, it bows its head. Walks directly up to you with his forehead within reach.
I crouch down and put my forehead on his.
Are going to be a great team.
Yes, we are.
Just then it lunges at you again on your neck, and you wake up. You are currently in your bedroll. You slept fine. Believe it or not, you were able to heal everything. There's no pain on your neck. No pain from when it pounced on you. You look at your daggers, they're not bloodied.
Do I remember
Donash
the
is-
dream?
Huh?
I remember the dream.
You remember the dream. Donash is there, kind of walking around looking for some roots.
Because he sucked at it so hard tonight, he's gonna do it, by God.
I'm talking about something like, I could have done it. I know. Stupid.
Donash,
Yeah.
I had the craziest dream.
What happened?
I met a wolf.
You met a wolf?
Yes.
What do you mean you met a wolf?
Well, we fought. It was like a wolf. He had like these purple flames. Like our spirits connected.
Oh my.
I'm gonna meet this wolf in real life.
Are you? Did you find some roots? I've been looking all night.
No, this was a dream, but it was like a real dream.
You said you met a wolf and you fought it,
Yes,
and now you feel
right.
you're gonna
We're
meet.
connected. Our energy is connected.
I've-
Spiritually.
Matthew, I've never seen you like this.
Donash,
awake
you're
or
a
asleep.
spiritual being. You of all people should understand.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I understand the fact that you're acting so passionately right now. I've never seen this out of you before. So, I mean, I think the best thing to do right now is just
Go back to sleep.
just meditate on
Good idea.
that.
Can you show me how to pose?
And I just stop moving. Like this.
Okay.
No, and I go, I'm just kidding. Here, come with me. and so we sit down by the fire, and I say, will you trust me, though?
Yes.
And so I take, like, I assume I'm wearing some kind of, like, cloth around me besides this
Sure.
rug,
Oh yeah.
and I just yank off a piece of it. And I go sit down. And I go behind you, and I just, like, wrap it around your eyes, and I tie it kind of tight and secure it. And I just close your eyes. Feel. First you feel the heat of the flames. Now imagine them purple. And connect with that. Listen. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
You hear the crackling of the flames.
I see her.
There's a voice. I can tell. The way that your face creases right now, you're afraid?
No.
Don't open your eyes.
No, it was weird. I wasn't afraid.
What do you feel?
She was trying to kill me, but I just only felt connected.
Stay there. Right there. I'm just gonna like slowly walk away and sit with my back to yours. And as I do so, I assume you're in foot's length, so I just kind of like kick you like a little bit.
Kick me.
A little bit. It's like,
You
just
feel-
like a nudge.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Trixie's gonna
You feel a dirty foot.
pretend to be asleep for a minute longer until you continue to nudge, and then she's yeah.
I go, and I look at you, and I go, it is your turn to watch. It's been safe so far. It's quiet.
All right.
And then I just stop moving.
And she still sees.
Yeah, they're,
Well,
they're
she's-
both in a similar pose
she's gonna do
opposite
that.
each other.
Yeah, she's
So with the
blindfolded too.
blindfold
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Trixie's
Just
not
for now.
spiritually
Don't ask
aware,
questions.
So she's gonna roll her eyes. like, I know he does it. Now she's doing it too. All right.
Hipsters. Oh, see without your eyes. Whatever.
And then she'll start her watch.
All right. Your watch is, again, uneventful. You start to see the sun rise and fill the canopies with light. The birds begin to chirp once more. The crickets stop. And the
How
Oh,
wind...
well is Jingle sleeping?
How well?
Yeah.
I'm
Is he pretty
sleeping
sound
like a
asleep?
baby.
Okay,
He's-
she's gonna like put some grass on his face
I've
and
got
entertain
I've
herself.
got my blinders on. like,
Roll a stealth check.
The past hour before saying like, well, I guess safe.
That's 14.
How many dicks
14.
can I draw on his
He
face?
doesn't even notice.
How many dicks can I make
3
out of
dicks.
grass?
All right.
Okay.
You guys wake up. The rest of you wake up normally.
Yeah, I kind of just nudge your back a little bit. You're still blindfolded, so.
Yeah.
You guys
Like,
notice...
I've gone blind.
Nothing. They help you up, and I slowly untie the blindfold.
You guys notice that Muggsy the Mudgy is also there, sitting there in the lotus position.
Yes! Yes! Wait, is it blindfold too?
No.
Oh, damn.
So he's just like,
Yeah, it just looks like it's, well, not, I mean, catatonic in a sense. It doesn't really have facial expression, so it's just like, just sitting there next to you guys.
And I go, I don't think we'll ever achieve that kind of enlightenment. And I kind of pull you aside while I notice that she's screwing with Jingles, and I leave her be to her. And Hyena's not awake yet, right?
I'm
She's
waking
waking up
up.
right now.
Okay.
It's their normal wake up time.
I pull her aside, away from everybody else, and I go, whatever you saw, demon, specter, not sure, you seem to have a connection to it. This is not a mistake. At night, I look upon my own. It helps me. And I hand the blindfold back to you.
And I take it. And
I go, whatever it is, may you find the answer to it. And I just like kind of turn away. And I stretch.
Crack her back.
Like a
a little
cat.
bit.
cat cow.
All right.
mm-hmm.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, everyone.
All right.
So those of you in chat, if you guys want to win that D4 that I forged, be active
Yes.
as I drop it on.
Obviously.
He also rolled a natural one on that route.
I did.
God.
It's a D4 though, so they only had 4 possibilities.
Fine.
Guys, yeah, please, we're going to be right back. Let me, be active in chat. Marmont will be looking for you. So, with that, we have about like a 10-minute break, and we'll be back shortly.
Halftime.
Good luck!
Yeah, we don't have a halftime show. We have halftime music.
Yeah.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the tavern. We have a winner in the chat. Name Leoli. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yay!
So congrats. You're the winner of the D4.
At least somebody won tonight.
That sucks.
Oh.
Well, maybe they don't know who you might have spoiled the game.
I mean, there's still a chance.
Yeah.
You're saying there's still a chance.
I mean, anyone who's watching this over the Super Bowl, I don't think
That's
maybe
true.
probably
That's
No,
kind
there's
of
some
the-
people that are multitasking.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
make
So they already know. They already know.
Props to you guys
That's
if
totally
you're also
fine.
watching the Super Bowl and us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean
High five to you guys.
that's amazing.
You could watch the Super Bowl and listen to us.
I mean,
Yep.
I'm going to be
Yeah.
multitasking when NHL playoffs start in
See, that's
April.
the
I'll be
fun
like,
part. Because then you can try to put like, oh, player number 35 is this voice, and you can try to figure out like there's like the same drama happening on the field as it is on the stage.
You could say Tom Brady rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Tom Brady never rolls a 1.
He just deflates his
Just a
balls.
2 or a 3. Okay.
Everybody deflates the balls.
You
from what I hear.
you watch your tongue. Nobody
Is there
talks shit about Tom Brady.
I just did.
Anyway.
All right.
Tremahia
With-
Civil War.
Exactly.
That being
You're-
said,
So Iron Man and then
Yes.
All right, guys. Well,
Can I be Thor, though?
no.
No chance.
All right, you guys. Wake up and after having your.
Have we woken up in a tavern?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Pretend this is not here.
What are you
Supposed to-
talking about?
Yeah. You guys make your way back towards Quintessa, and it's about, at this point, a probably 3-hour journey as you make your way through the forest. It breaks open, and you guys see the main trade road in front of you, the tower to the south, and then you guys make your way towards the opening of the city of Quintessa. There you can go about your business.
Damn it, why are we here again?
I actually.
This is like our home base.
That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
alright. Just making sure there's
I'm
not
gonna
like a
go,
mission.
I'm gonna go roam around and just see
Does-
what's going on in the city.
I have two suggestions. Same place, but for 2 different purposes. Number 1, does anyone else care to see the Duke?
4.
I seem to have misplaced my medallion.
What?
Yeah.
How could you have lost your medallion?
I don't know.
well,
must have been through all the
you think
fighting.
he's just gonna give you a new one?
Perhaps.
He's just gonna look at you and say, "Oh, you used it. Now here's another one."
Well, I mean, there was never it wasn't like a use only once item. Like it was a necklace and a medallion of
Right.
kinship.
Oh,
So
right, because you. Did
I
you
feel
give
like
it
I
to somebody?
remember.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I feel like I remember a little something about Don Ash giving that medallion
Yeah,
out.
that
I,
seems
yeah,
familiar.
I think he gave
are
the
we
medallion
not in
the
character?
same,
Okay, I
the
guess
same
we're
time
not
I
character.
gave
Yeah, I
the
gave the
medallion.
medallion that way.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm pretty sure I remember him
I
distinctly
was
giving it
there.
away.
I
Yeah.
was there. I saw this.
I wasn't there. Was I? I don't know. I just remember
You're-
it's me. I guess. Sorry.
You gave the merchant Jared of the
Yeah.
Jade Desert
Yeah.
the medallion.
Very
That's
well aware of
right.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was trying. Okay,
Right,
never
right.
mind.
I was
However,
thinking you gave it to the dwarf.
They were around
Sorry.
you when you did the trade,
Mhm.
Right.
so they saw it.
I was being sarcastic. So I just make this. I look at everyone. I go, I need to get. Just go way over the head. I go, I just need to get another medallion.
All right,
But
fine. I'm just.
as
I
far
don't
as you
if-
know, I've misplaced it.
Okay, fine. But I just don't think he's gonna. Give
I
you another
catch your
medallion.
drift.
I really appreciate the moral boost there.
Right, you're welcome.
And I'm just gonna go wander so that I'm not part of lies and deception.
Secondly, the vizier is quite the magic user.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is I would maybe like him to, if he's good enough to give me a little guidance. Couldn't hurt.
Well,
So I'm gonna tag along.
fair enough. We're going to the Duke.
Well.
I don't know if I want you to come.
Well.
Not after that performance. No, thank you.
I'm
Amalfi,
on
I
your
really.
side,
I
Donna.
can't really tell.
I want you to have your medallion back as much as any. I'm just saying I don't think he's going to give it to you.
He seems in high spirits. I mean,
He's a pretty
come-
jolly
he's
guy.
an easy laugh. I will say that.
Okay, I'll come with you. I'll back you up.
Okay. But let's take a. I'm gonna just like kind of tap my back of my head if you start saying some things.
I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to ask him
I
about
might
the
go
ice
check
checker.
the
Okay.
the board, the
All right.
Not message board.
You
but
all
announcement.
notice as
Bounty
you
board.
Yeah, I'll
walk
check the
into
bounty board.
town, there
All
are
right.
there are more than the usual amount of people walking around. They all seem to be kind of like having purpose, heading towards the dock. You see more people entering the city too, alongside the trade road, and you see a lot of them have their backpacks, and they're just kind of making their way.
Do you guys want to go check this out to see what's going on
Well, we could.
before we hit the bounty boards?
The bounty boards will be on your way.
Oh,
There
well
are
then-
several of them.
okay.
Most of them are posted near taverns and inns to make it
Gotcha.
easier. There's a few out in front of the castle as well.
There's a lot of people by us that are funneling towards this place.
It more than usual. You can hear distant chatter from maybe 2 travelers kind of entering the city. A few more will enter the city, just barely out of your peripheral, but you can hear these conversations happening as they kind of move in towards it.
Can I distinguish what they're saying?
Not at this distance. You think that maybe they're trying to keep it low on purpose. You know.
Can Trixie try and be sneaky and just like get a little closer?
Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth.
Be super unassuming. 24.
Wow.
All right, so you kind of like make your way. You're just kind of moving with the crowd there, and there's not really any kind of semblance to the movement, but you can tell that they have an expectant look to their face. They're almost like looking for something. They're not really sure where to go, and they just assume by heading towards the very, very west end of the city that they will find the docks.
Okay.
And you can hear a few of them start to say, oh, I come from up north of Galentia. Yeah. I've been here for a couple of days. I really about to head over. What are you here for? Oh, and you kind of hear little bits and pieces of the conversation, and you can tell that they were looking for work. That they're there to head out to the docks to see if they can. They heard maybe a few have a little pieces of paper in their hand, and you can kind of see wanted sailors and that kind of thing. So as you kind of move between different groups, and you can kind of get the gist of where they're going.
Then they're all going to the docks.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll slowly make her way back to our group, but she's not going to say anything yet.
All right. Well, if you're not gonna say anything, then they go, "Hi, traveler."
Oh, hey. Hi, how you
How
doing?
close are they?
No, but he's just within
He's
your
right
peripheral, just out of your peripheral there, and you're yelling at a random location.
Okay.
And this gentleman, turns around and goes, "Oh, hi, how you doing?"
Can I grab Don Ash by the shoulders and turn him in the right direction?
Now you can hear where he's coming from.
Okay.
And as you kind of walk towards that
Tell
direction,
how
you
like
can feel
where I am anymore.
you can feel him kind of enter your field
Okay.
of vision.
He's
there.
entering your personal space, Don Ash.
Perfect. I think I just screamed in his ear canal, so that's fine. So I look at him and I go, it seems that everyone's headed to the same place. Do you know what's going on?
Oh, I'm heading to the docks. Yeah.
What's happening in the docks?
Oh, work.
Work?
Work.
New shipping.
Yes, new ship in the docks there. He kind of rustles his papers a little bit and goes, Randall, looking for work. Yep.
Randall.
The docks.
That's
The-
Steve's friend.
That's
Randall, can
That was the guy with
could
the
you
orb.
could we see the sigil on that
Sure,
paper?
sure. And he shows you, and you can
And then I grab your shoulders and I turn you towards the paper.
But Don Ash, stop. What? Hey, that looks familiar.
you can see the Quintessa seal on the parchment.
I'm
You
just
can see
gonna,
where he signed.
because I'm tall, I'm gonna kind of look over your
Crane
shoulder.
over, yeah.
Oh,
The-
our friend.
The would-be sailor
Ish.
sees you kind of towering over him. And goes,
Sorry.
We're a curious lot.
Are you all together there now?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Would you like some company?
I mean, you can head with me to the docks. That's where I'm going.
I think that might be where we're going as well.
Yeah, I think that might be an interesting thing. We're actually acquaintances of Randall. So, yeah.
Oh, it's very, very interesting. Yeah, well,
Yes.
Be able to put in a good word for you.
I think we can probably do a little scratch your back, scratch our back sort of thing.
What do you want from this
No
guy?
idea.
I don't know. You never know what you might
What
want.
should go on you?
he pulls out a little piece of jerky and starts to. All right.
See?
He's used to these
Definitely.
guys. And I look at you and I go, alright. King of favors.
I'll
over to Don Ash, my-
extend the
He
parasol.
looks just like a
Happy's going to be-
tourist.
I don't know how happy he's going to be to see us. If you remember the last time we saw him, he kind of wanted us to leave.
I mean, maybe,
Oh, that Randall.
maybe you guys. I think you still liked me.
Now, my memory is a bit foggy, but I believe Randall was the person that we gave your first bounty to.
Yes,
The
he
orc.
was the owner of our orc friend.
So you should love us.
Well,
Then
Highland
some,
and I,
yeah, there was a little kerfuffle.
we didn't really.
Maybe you and I should hang back just a little bit.
You can let us do the don't worry.
Yeah.
We
Fair
got
enough. Do you want to come with me to meet the Duke?
Sure, I'll come with you to meet the Duke.
All right, you two split off and head over
Yeah.
to the castle there.
There you go.
Damn
Well met. My lovely friends here would take care of you, and I'm sure they are quite full of interesting conversation as well. You should ask him about his balls. See you later. And I just walk away, and I just grab her by the mid back, and we
You
leave.
Stunned by what you have just said.
you barely catch the quizzical look out of his face as he kind of leaves your.
And as we walk, I look over to Highland and I go, "What would it look like?"
He was speechless. I think his mouth was all the way down to his chest.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. Well done.
All right.
Yeah.
You three make it to the docks there. You can see a bunch of people all vying for, pulling out their papers and going, oh. You see a large ship actually just barely, about maybe 300 yards out to sea, already leaving. You see a few more boats there. You see fishermen going, kind of asking for work and whatever. But you see a large number on one of the larger piers there, where the boat you assume was, because it's of its length there, in order to grab the girth of this large ship, already out to sea. And you see people just kind of like slumping away and moving, kind of past you. It's very crowded on this particular section of the dock. You see a couple fishermen kind of like, calling out again, like, hey, you looking for work? Hey, you two, you look strong.
No, thank you, not today, not from you. That's
Okay,
all right.
no problem. Yeah, you can use moving on, and you can see more workers kind of like just, bummed, but, trying to find other employment elsewhere on the docks there.
Mm-hmm. Do we see any sort of? You said the big ship is already
The largest ship is already out to sea. Sails are set, and
was that by any chance Randall's ship?
I'm sorry, what?
Randall, and I'll kind of, I don't know, I can't remember. Okay, so also for the audience, is magic cool in Quintessa?
you assume so.
Okay, all right. I will minor illusion to the best of my ability a picture of Randall looking rather majestic.
Oh yeah, that's the Duke's, yeah.
Is that the big ship?
That's the big ship. That's his ship. Yeah, he paid for that himself.
Well, yeah, don't
That's
say.
impressive.
Yeah.
Did it already leave, or is it in the process of coming back?
Oh no, it just left just this morning. It's that one up there.
Damn it. How bad do we want to actually see Randall? Not that
we were
bad,
just
yeah.
curious.
Yeah,
I just came down here for something
he's
to
a-
do. I'm
he's
just
a good
Alright,
buddy.
checking
well,
in.
there's other boats up there looking for work as well.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think we're gonna. If you see Randall again, you just let him know Jingles said hi.
Definitely will not. But I like your attitude.
He goes to shake your shoulder a little bit.
Yeah. What's your name?
My
What's your
name's
name?
Dash.
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 I like you, Dash. I'm
No.
gonna flip him a silver
No.
coin.
Dash.
He goes to
Dash. What?
Just Dash.
Just Dash. Excellent. All right. Well, Dash.
Can we take him with us?
What is wrong with you guys? I'm not even there because
Dash.
Come on, he's a good time.
Let me meet
You guys are
you.
collecting everything.
Dash.
He's good
I
here.
forget it.
I think
He doesn't
my
look like
friends.
he's gonna last very long.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
My
to
friends and I are gonna we're gonna head back to rejoin the others in our group, but I just wanted to say it was a pleasure. The name's Mr. Jingles. You can call me
Mr. Jingles.
bounty hunter extraordinaire. If you ever happen to need any service, you just say the word.
Definitely won't. All right.
Alrighty then.
He turns around and heads down the dock. They're kind of patting everybody on, comes back very nice.
Yeah.
He
Well,
was a fun
I like Tim.
I like
I like Tim. If we ever need a job as like a fisherman,
Right.
we know where to go. So I guess in that case, I guess we should say hi to the Duke. It sounds like we missed our old friend over there.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know if I want to be a part of going to the Duke to ask for favors. I like to use my favors for myself.
I'm not asking for
I'm gonna
favors.
go wander around the city. Yeah,
All right.
asking for a new medallion is kind
All right,
of
Trixie?
like asking for a big favor.
I was about to pull out the scrolls, but I realized that's not going to do any good if she's out in the city, so I'm just going to see you tonight. Okay.
Do we know where we're staying? Are we staying at the same place?
Oh, yeah, wait a second. That's a good
Where are
idea.
we staying?
Yeah,
Where
of
are we
course
staying?
we're staying at the
The
same
Drunken
place.
Lion? Or
Yeah,
the... I always want to call it the Drunken
Red
Lion.
herring.
Red herring.
The red herring.
The red-
I like-
oh,
I like the drunken
you
lion,
have
though.
a person waiting for you.
You
Right,
do.
exactly.
I'm not
That's what
here.
No, that's what I was just
Yeah,
saying.
red herring.
I'm
alright.
whispering.
Yeah.
Right at the
100
red
feet
herring.
See you at the
away.
Red Herring.
And she
I
has
won't
my,
get into any trouble.
And Trith has my Queen of Hearts card that I need very desperately for my pack. I'm already regretting giving it to her.
Oh. I'm starting to sense a problem. Okay, alright,
Dash will
well.
be so sad.
No, it's not like that. I want my card. That was just a message. I'm gonna get my card back.
I know.
and treasure
No
it forever.
insinuations or anything behind
Right.
the
Indian giving is the best way to someone's
Yeah.
heart. For sure.
White people giving them.
Yeah, it's true.
She'll understand
Yeah, what
that I
is
need
it?
that, but unless I get another card in that, we could go to the market.
We
Jacobs,
could
you
go
want
to
to
the
go
mar-
shopping?
Oh,
Yes,
God.
shopping?
Hate that I'm not there. Hate that I'm not there again.
I know, you just spit all over me.
You look warm.
Shopping,
I want to go shopping.
Yes.
I want to go shopping so bad.
That's
I
good.
want to go shopping so bad.
Thank you. It's very kind.
Oh, I was looking for a coin because I am twisted.
Your
But,
disgusting body organisms.
let's do it. Okay, all right, let's
We
do
can-
it.
we'll
But
go to
then,
the Duke afterwards.
but then I have to go to the Duke
Right, yes, we
Okay.
will do
Why?
that.
Why do you want to go to the Duke?
because I have.
You want to learn
I
about
have.
magic from his old friend?
I'm sure that he doesn't know that much more than I do, but in
I'm
case
sure
he
he knows a lot more
has
than
a
you.
different perspective
You know,
On
I
something.
like Jingles. I
On
like
magic?
his
on magic,
confidence.
So
I
you,
admire
you
his
But
need
if-
someone to learn from?
I don't need anybody, but I feel like if
You need
he has
me.
anything.
Trixie's gonna start walking towards the market.
All right.
All right, fine, and I will continue on to the market.
Yes.
Okay. Are you gonna follow them as well?
Yes,
Oh no,
that's
I was
why
gonna
I
say
need to
I'm
go
going with
shopping.
her. Trixie's like
Right.
going off on her own, I think.
Oh
you
no,
don't
if you
come-
guys
you
go
are
to the
going
market,
with
yeah,
us?
that's
Okay.
what that would be fun.
All
All right.
I just
So
wanna go
Shopping.
you guys
Yeah.
make it.
Shopping.
You guys make it to
Okay.
the bottom of the
I got my
steps
parasol.
that lead up to the castle there, and you see the two guards there recognize you and they kind of bow and. Do you have official business today?
We actually want to see the Duke. We heard that Randall was in town for some kind of dock work.
Oh no, Randall just left this morning on
He just left.
the Spirit of Quintessa on the large. Actually, you can kind of points out to the ocean there, and you can see a large three-masted ship leaving out into the day there.
Of course, we've come before he set off. He was supposed to meet us. We had urgent
Oh.
matters to discuss, but if the Duke is in, we could talk to him instead.
The Duke is here, yes, but again on official business.
Was he not informed? But see, that's exactly why we should have got Randall first. So, and I look at him, try not to smile, and I look at him and I go, "Sorry, it's kind of an urgent matter. You see, Duke is a friend of ours. We did him a many great favor. Fuck, I wish I had the scrolls. We did him a many great favor.
Or the medallion.
Yeah, or the medallion. If you actually, to be quite clear, my friend here, and she procures the gun. We know the Duke, and we wish to speak to him. Not necessarily.
The medallion is noteworthy piece, but if you have no official business, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to turn you away. And you can hear way up on the stairs and go, "No, Donash! Donash, my boy!"
Duke! Lovely Sir Duke!
And the guards is like, undermines my entire day's work, whatever.
It's okay, he gets the best of us. Don't let it happen again. We walk in.
He's already kind of like moving his way down. And
Yeah. It's like,
you
oh,
guys meet
Duke!
down near the middle of the long stairs
And I
there.
go, Your Grace, ever great to see you yet again.
Donash, my boy, how are you?
Pretty good, actually. We had a bit of an adventure ourselves.
Oh, no.
Yes,
We'll have to have dinner and then maybe talk about it at some point, but I'm really busy at the moment. Is there anything I can help you with?
Well, actually, that's kind of to the point why I wanted to come and visit you, Duke.
Yes,
I know
yes.
that you're a very busy man. I just want to take a few moments of your time. We happen to have been in the mountains recently, went down many a cave, and as you can see, have fought many a beast.
Oh, impressive. You can tell he has no idea what the hell you're pointing at.
Right? Well, the fur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still.
Okay.
Purple, but... you know,
Sure.
could've
And I
died.
go, and I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I seem to have misplaced my medallion after fighting a giant twice our size and coming to... Well, I did knock upon the other side for a minute, the threshold of it.
Oh, I see.
When I awoke, I didn't have my medallion anymore, and I wanted to see if perhaps you might be able to remedy that.
I'm sorry, my boy. I don't. There was only the 5.
Then I am doubly ashamed.
I'm sorry.
Well, Duke, that is fine. That was my mistake. I was careless. I did not mean to do that with your favor. Can you forgive me for that?
Of course. He grabs your shoulder. So, adventure, huh?
Many great adventure, actually. Well, I don't remember much of it, as I said before. There was a moment where I was in the black, but...
Come.
Yeah.
Kind of like he leads you into the main hall there of the castle, and you can see a small little banquet set up, and there's just a little bit of a food there, and you guys haven't eaten your breakfast yet, so your stomach is gurgling a little bit.
No.
He invites you to sit down, and please, my lady.
Thank you.
The servants immediately grab the chairs that you're about to sit on, and they pull them
thank
out
you.
and pull them
Duke,
down.
you're too kind.
They
I thought
give
you
you-
said you were too busy for dinner.
I have a little bit of time. And yeah, I like you guys so much. Besides, I'm in the middle of eating, and I just happened to hear you down the way.
Well, we were quite lucky then. We heard, actually, that the Spirit of Quintessa just set mast just a minute ago.
Oh yeah, Randall. He gets ideas in his head, and he just goes with it.
Manner of ideas, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, he claimed to have found a treasure map of some sort, and
Oh,
A treasure map. What
interesting.
kind of treasure map?
he didn't show me. He just told me.
Trixie's ears.
Goodness.
I look over at Hylene. Did we give him a treasure map?
don't remember giving him.
Oh, well.
I remember showing him.
I'm sorry.
Well, when we visited Randall ourselves, we had a bit of
When did you
quandary.
visit him?
Well,
This
when were we here
was,
last?
It would be about like a week ago, actually.
Okay.
One full
Oh,
month.
jeez.
About
Like a year
maybe,
ago.
maybe yeah.
More time.
A week,
Yeah.
maybe a fortnight.
Fortnight. 2
Week of-
weeks.
So, we came with the bounty, the ogre, the big fella.
Oh, I remember. Yes.
We first met. Actually, that was
Osmogosh.
where. Osmogosh, the
Ah,
overalls,
that
right?
was the, we won the tournament.
We did, and we won.
I
Yeah.
recall that. He goes and grabs a big bottle of wine, starts pouring, and starts drinking it.
Drinkling. He's already had some wine.
Drinkling, yeah. And I go, well, we spoke to Randall about those very same matters. Actually, we had found a bit of an adventure ourselves, a bit of a treasure map, or at least a
Well-
map of something.
Well, he mentioned it actually. Something that people came into his office, and he was able to read some map, and that's really all that he told me. But
Interesting.
That son of a bitch.
Don't believe. I believe.
He
I'll
must
talk
be.
to you about this.
He must obviously be going on our stead to look for whatever we had talked to him. He is a good friend of ours.
Yes.
no,
course.
I
He's a
believe
good
that
friend
the
of
rest
many.
of our party would be interested in hearing this.
Absolutely. Actually, Duke, I understand that you're very busy, and this is after
yes.
we've eaten a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, we actually have a business of our own. We have
Of
to find
course.
the rest of our party.
of
But
course, he kind of wipes his mouth and no.
but before we leave, was there anything that maybe you'd like to tell us? Anything that was happening around town that maybe needs?
No, just I've noticed an influx of workers.
Over by the docks.
Yeah.
We met some of them on our way up here.
No, yeah.
I think we actually might be headed that way. Our crew is over there right now. They might be trying to find a boat to chase our dear friend Randall.
Oh, good luck. That ship, fastest in the fleet.
Spirit Quintessa, I would not imagine any other.
Well, if you have any need of us, please let us know.
Aye, yeah.
We will be happy to see Master Foof. I'm sorry. What was his name?
I believe it was
What
Foof.
is his real name?
Carlin.
Carlin.
Was it
Yes.
Carlin?
Ah, yes, my page.
Yes, the page.
You seem just to like give a hearty chortle.
Oh, please don't call him that.
No, I would never.
God damn it! You guys made that his official name now.
I would never. No.
Oh, dude, please do not call him Master Foof. By all means, it would be detrimental to young Carlton to call him Master Foof. Oh, it is
He goes and you can hear a broom fall down upstairs.
Is he alright? Is he been good?
Oh yeah, he's a very good page. Yes, does chores when I need him to.
We might actually visit him later as well. We were curious to see if he might be able to help us in our party in a few endeavors in the future.
Just locally, though, we promise.
Locally, of course. We would never take a page away from you.
No.
He seems to know lay about the land, and he helped us when we came to find you the first time, so he might...
No, I'm sorry. He stays within the castle or goes on errands.
I apologize
as
profusely.
I send him on. Yes.
For sure, I apologize profusely. That was a bit presumptuous of me.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Well, in that case, we can leave happy knowing that he won't be called Master Foof.
We really must rejoin our
The
party,
dungeon
though.
master
Yeah.
is boring the whole thing. Oh yes, of course.
Thank you so much for the privilege of your company
Takes his
and
little bib
for
off.
the food, and we must be off.
He stands up again. Yes, go. And a few more pages, not necessarily his personal one. No. Go to grab your chair, and they as you stand up, they move it out, and they take your napkin. And
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm used to this.
It's quite nice, right?
Yes, we should get back to our party and tell them what we have learned.
Of course. About Randall and his exploits. I mean, his endeavors.
Because
Well-
a certain sorcerer is going to be very pissed off.
I do not know what you mean.
No, this is totally out of earshot of the
Oh,
deep.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Duke, for all your kindness. We are going to be headed off now.
yes, of course.
Again, call us whenever you need us.
Will do.
Okay, it sounded like you said con us whenever you need us. I was like, no.
No, that was us to him.
Okay. Opposite.
Right.
All right.
So we head
need to
out.
head back. We were heading back to you guys.
On the way out, though, I pat the guard who tried to wouldn't let us in.
Oh,
I-
at the very bottom?
I pat him
Yeah.
on the shoulder, like on the back.
I won.
Just walk. No, just walking.
Have a good day.
You too, sir.
Okay.
Keep up the watch.
Do we see you at all?
We're
We're headed to the docks.
Okay.
So-
and they're
we're-
headed to the market.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but we
right.
don't know
We
that.
won't-
Yeah, right.
okay.
You guys see?
Yeah.
So as you guys head back nearer to the docks, the ship is gone by this point.
Yeah.
And you can see a bunch of workers kind of like now realizing that they have missed their opportunity are starting to kind of leave the town.
Donish, we kept that map, right? We didn't actually give him the map. We had him read it. We had him see, and he said he couldn't read most of it.
Amalthea has the map, but I
We
can
never
remember.
should have trusted him.
I thought you were going to say not trust Amalthea. I was.
No.
I was like, my goodness, I did not know you.
I knew there was something about him that I did not like.
Well, I mean, the fact that he wanted to keep slaves is enough for me to not
Well,
like
there's
anybody.
There's that. But on top of it, okay.
Maybe you think we can
Trust a magic user. Except Jingles. Mostly.
Maybe we can try to ask around, see if we can find anything about where he was going.
Okay.
All right.
So
we saunter through the docks,
All right.
and I want to say we
I can't
come
saunter.
up. Right.
You see the dock master there again.
How can I help you, lovely folk?
Can you tell us about where the spirit of Quintessa would be heading?
Oh, no, I don't know that. They just left. I am so sorry.
Is there anyone who has not gone on the expedition that might know that?
Oh, there's probably a handful of people here, but they don't know any more than I do. They all wanted to look for work on the ship, and, it filled up really quickly.
Okay. Do you know about direction-wise where they were headed?
He just looks out.
Well,
Okay.
can you keep a secret?
No.
But he puts his hands up on his ear.
Well, we were chasing a bit of a rumor ourselves, actually.
What
We
did you
thought
do
that
say?
stories travel pretty far, much like ships. And we wanted to know if you'd seen any passing by the night, if you catch my drift.
What? I don't take the night shift.
Okay, more blunt.
Yes.
We heard that Randall was on a bit of a, as she said, expedition, looking for a manner of things undiscovered, if you understand.
I understand.
Shiny. Have you heard anything about this around the...
Rumors? I mean, they say he might have found some treasure or something, a map. That's why he hired all of the workers. That's all I really know.
You know if anyone got turned down from the ship, perhaps?
Whoa. He points out, and you can see people looking at other
Lines of people just.
Yeah, you see people heading away from the docks now, not finding the work that they wanted, and there's a few more that have stayed that are trying to petition to get on to other boats for work. So,
You wouldn't, perchance... Well, it's a shot in the dark, but I want to see maybe perhaps... You seem like a pretty wise old man. Have you seen anybody by the description of someone who I could only describe as flamboyant in nature? Speaks of himself as a bounty hunter extraordinaire.
Oh yes, he came by early looking for the same thing too.
Did
Poor
he?
chap, no, he didn't.
Do you know where he went? Do you know what direction he went in, at least?
he points out back to where he came from.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
I mean, he literally put like,
Yes, he walked up those stairs.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate everything you can.
Sure.
What are you doing here? Are you looking for work as well?
No, I'm the dock master.
Oh,
I make sure things get done.
I think he has a cushy job.
I understand. Well, if you see any trouble... I just turn around, I just leave. Yeah, I just leave. I just don't even finish that statement. If you see any trouble, then I just walk away.
he just goes sit down on his little stool right next to his little.
Good day,
holster
Dock
there.
Master. Thank you.
Good day.
Just turn around and leave.
Okay, so
I think he might be senile.
I think that might be the least of his problems. But let's go find.
I guess we'll just head in the direction.
Yes, let's make sure that Amalthea still has the map, just in case he somehow swiped it and we didn't know.
All right. So we're gonna head in the direction of the marketplace.
Marketplace. All right. Make either of you, only one, an
You do
investigation.
it. You do it. Natural one.
No, I got a natural 20.
Boom!
All right.
Oh shit! Hey guys!
With no problem at all. In fact, you can almost hear his flamboyance
I
through
can
the
hear your
marketplace.
flamboyance.
And you
are
see
so
us
flamboyant.
walking slow
I
motion
feel
down the
shimmering. I'm like, there
street.
he is.
His clothes are
I feel
so
someone
loud.
sashaying
Billowing in the
such a
wind.
manner that I know
So
it's
you guys,
him.
where are you currently? You guys are looking through specific items, or?
I'm looking for a game set.
All right.
I want a new 3 Dragon Ante set so I don't have to take my card back from the truck.
Okay. You do find a game kiosk there, and the guy's like, "Well, yeah, I think I've got that. You know what? You're only looking for one card, correct?"
Yes, but it would have to match the rest of my set so I can play with it.
May I see it? He takes a look and.
No.
Here's a new deck.
Oh well, I have one similar, not
Well,
quite
it has
this
to
style.
match the back, obviously, because otherwise you would be able to look at the back and know what it is, so that would be no good.
Indeed, he pulls out another deck, and it's similar, but to your eyes, you can kind of tell a little bit of differentiation. There's a little bit of like a color bleachedness to it. It's just a hue brighter. So, but it is a similar fashion.
I'd be interested in perusing, like, maybe to get a whole new... Do you have anything that has like a specific like a theme to it?
Oh, yeah, many.
You know,
We
like something like particularly nice drawings or something like
this
that.
one has.
I'd be interested in investing in something a bit special.
This one has mountains drawn. This one has there's a little wolf one.
No, that one.
Oh, all right. Okay. That'll be 3 silver.
Sure, I'll take it.
All right.
Thank you.
They're nice. I mean, they are hand drawn each one, but the
Okay,
care
that would be worth 3 silver.
the care that this guy took to draw each one, in its similarity, is uncanny. So each one hand inked, but very similar. So
Nice.
It would definitely be. I would sell that for more. Come on.
Walk away.
That's just me.
I'm
Walk
like, okay, I
What are you
got
two
one.
looking for?
What are you guys looking for?
Trixie?
I think just any extraordinary items. in
extraordinary
general.
items.
Yeah.
You find various odds and ends through the kiosks there. A few things hanging off, and you're not really quite sure what they are. One booth kind of maybe catches your eye, and you see a bunch of bottles just kind of on display there. Every now and then you'll see a little shimmer off one of them. They seem to be selling you some kind of potion. There are many more.
He's literally holding it to you. Do you want to buy this?
Or do you want to
You're sweating
I'll the
profusely.
potion stand.
Yeah, we are.
Because I'd actually be interested in investing in a healing potion.
Okay.
If they have one.
A regular healing potion.
And this is when we walk up. I feel like that's probably a good idea.
Jingle's robe is
All
still
right.
blowing in slow motion. He is just making it do that at this point. But
He's like, yes, I am majestic.
AF.
I've been looking for you guys. Could you
Oh.
hear the
Althea.
crack of your
I-
cloak?
Wait,
I swear. Oh,
Maybe we should wait after that.
Oh,
So,
she's
he will
Sorry, I'm
have
impatient because I'm.
several potions of healing.
Yes.
You can see him pull out 3 of them. 50 gold each.
50?
50 gold, yes.
Oh my goodness. So, what do they?
We're such cheap asses. We just got 2,400 in gold a second ago.
Okay, what is the difference between these?
None. The bottles.
So, do they restore?
Oh yeah, he goes in and corks it. And you can kind of smell, and it's got that similar, very familiar smell.
I immediately just come over, I slap one platinum, and I go, 2, please.
Gosh.
He corks it, takes the giant bar of platinum, looks at it, and goes. He looks at your robes and
2, please.
Ganesh, how did you know I didn't want to buy them too?
Do you want a gift?
I want to get? Sure.
How many do you want?
Well, I was gonna stock up on 2.
You're going with 2?
Yes. You can have the other one.
Fair enough. You can Venmo me.
Because the thing is, Ganesh, you're more likely to die. Let's face it.
That's exactly what I was getting to.
Right, but if you're dead, you can't heal yourself. I was getting them
Fair
specifically
enough.
so that I could maybe heal you once or twice more. Because you give us nice gifts when people bring you back to life.
Okay,
Do you have a
so
minute?
Sorry?
Do you have a minute?
Do I have a minute?
Yes.
Yeah, well, should we buy these real quick and then we'll have a...
he's kind of holding these bottles, like, and also this platinum piece.
And he's like, I want that.
You know,
Yeah.
well, you're right. Let's have the 3 of them.
Yeah.
Right?
I buy 2, you buy 1. We good.
Right, okay. We'll
He
do that.
hands them to you,
Yeah.
and he starts counting a bunch of gold coins. And all right, here you go, and he gives you back the proper change.
And I take one of the health.
I'm not gonna calculate that.
No, it's not. It's a platinum piece is
Oh no, it's
100
10.
gold.
Okay, I was just about to ask that, but I
No,
wait,
wasn't sure if
it's
he was
10,
conning him.
I think, right?
It's
So
10,
so
right?
okay, yeah. So you still owe him 50 gold. One platinum piece is 10 gold.
10?
Yeah.
10.
So you owe him a lot more.
Oh, I thought a platinum piece was
Math!
Like,
That's why he was looking at me weirdly.
Yeah.
He's like,
Not just me tonight.
okay.
But I mean, it's in bar shape, and you can tell there's a dwarven stamp on it. And yes, thank you.
I thought it was 100 gold worth. Okay.
No.
That's
I'd say we got
fair.
24 platinum.
You made it. You made it feel like it. And that's why I believe you. I'm like, wait.
So
hold
wait,
on.
did that work? I mean,
Almost.
Oh damn it. Okay.
Roller.
Yeah, I mean, can I ride with conviction?
Charisma.
I nearly fooled the DM. Like we.
Roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
Charisma check.
I've given him 50 gold, so
Mm-hmm.
that's going through with one.
That is a 9 plus my charisma. Man, I should not have given my medallion away. That's a 9. Oh, it's a 12.
12. All right. He's about to give you what he thinks is the proper change. He's like, king. He looks at the valley at the back and goes,
It's on the back of the car.
because it's in bar shape.
Sure.
So, and it comes from the Dwarven Kingdom. Yeah. He's just, that will be 10 bars more.
Oh.
9 bars more.
And I take back the bar and I go, well, you said you wanted these?
Yeah, I was gonna take
And I just
2.
fade out.
Alright, so I just take the 2. I'll give another 50.
All right. He hands you the proper change. This is why I say that.
So there's one left.
There's still one left.
I'll
yeah.
buy it.
All right. 50 gold.
50 gold. I get out 50 gold, and I give it to
He
him.
didn't even haggle. I didn't even think to haggle. Astonished. Confused me so much.
I don't know if he'd be like willing to haggle at this point.
We tried to haggle that first guy. He was not having it with the
That's
healing
true.
potion.
No.
You can.
I mean, it's worth the life, right? 50 gold.
Right.
It's
Well, I don't
not
know
like
how much
that.
is mine worth. It'll be mine that you're saving.
It's kind of
Yeah.
Like, how many more times do we have to save?
It's a good point. It's a very good point.
You can start to see now. There's a lot more people in the bazaar than usual because they have either left from the dock or are either coming to the city a little bit late, but they're sticking around and checking out what the city has to offer them.
Alright, you guys, what were you gonna
Amalthea, do you still have that map in your possession?
Yes.
Okay. So, we found out from the Duke what
think so,
Randall
right?
was
I
up
saw
to.
Check your inventory.
Oh yeah, how's
Yeah,
he doing? We missed his boat down at the dock. We saw it sailing
Yep.
away.
She
Well, you will
opens up her
be
pouch and she sees the map
Probably
still there.
not terribly happy to know that he is on an expedition. That is a treasure hunt because he found a map.
What? Trixie's eyes are just getting wider and wider.
That bitch. Was that our map that we showed him?
I can't think of any.
don't know.
But honestly, I cannot think of any other map that he would have found. And he told us he couldn't. You were there with us.
Yes,
weren't
I
you?
was
Yes.
right there. I was standing right there.
And he said that he could maybe interpret it, but he wasn't quite sure.
I knew I should have rolled higher on that insight check.
Trixie just starts running towards the docks.
Okay.
Wait,
What?
Trixie!
Yes.
Boom, she just disappeared.
On her knees.
Damn it, every time. She'll be back in a little bit, don't worry.
I will not be back. I'm going to find a boat.
She's literally just gonna be...
Alright, well, how about we take out the map and we could compare it to an actual map and then see if we can figure out where we're meant to be going.
Should we head to a library?
I have a couple little things that I would like to do in that case because I think that it might help out. Where can I find a magnifying glass, jingle bells, and a rapier?
You don't have jingle bells?
I have some. I want more.
Whoa, guys! I do. I remember something the Lich said.
What's that?
We're not going back and talking to the Lich, damn it.
Hold on. We showed him the map as well. And if I'm not mistaken, he gave us a warning. Westerly trade winds from masthead heading west-northwest, 13 hours starting from sunrise. Midsummer head due north, 4 hours arrive on the Isle of Salinak?
God damn it, you
Remember
have the
some
greatest memory.
That was very
don't-
As
specific.
if you wrote notes about it.
Something, and then you can see my eyes like reading the back of my mind. He said it was a warning though, the way he gave his directions. It's a very ambiguous warning, I'll give you that. But
Well, that being said, what is the best way to keep something safe is to warn others not to go near it because of danger. I wonder, and considering he's a lich, there's probably a good chance that it's pretty dangerous, but do we know any more now about what that message means than we did then? Do we have a better idea at those directions?
The only thing I can think of is that Randall is possibly heading into a very precarious situation.
Well, we only have a partial map, right?
and we're not even at the right location. We need to go back to masthead.
We're not at the right location, and we only have part of a map.
Makes me wonder if
Perhaps
he found
he
the
has-
rest of the map, or he had it already.
That bitch. Okay, magnifying glass, bells, and a sword.
The magnifying glass and the bells you can find pretty easily within the bazaar itself. The sword,
That took me a second.
you imagine you're probably going to have to go to an armory or an arms dealer, if you will.
Why do you need a sword, Jingles?
Because you never know when you're going to have to defend yourself from
So are we
mortal
gonna
danger.
go back to the arms dealer whose window we broke?
Yeah.
You know,
we should go
if there
check
was
him out.
maybe another one.
The only one you know.
Oh, I hate swallowing my pride.
You helped him. That's all good.
Yeah.
Not that Trixie's
Wait,
there,
yeah, do I remember if
Need
he was
amendment.
legitimately, like, if we did part ways on relatively good terms since I did fix
make
his
a-
window?
Make a
Yeah, because I
make an
thought you amended
intelligence
his...
check.
That's a 14.
From what you recall, I mean, he was not entirely impressed with you, but you mended his broken window, and he thought better to hopefully not see you again. Yeah.
Well, we were off to a rocky start, and especially since it sounds like I might be in need of his services, I feel like we could give it a fresh start. So let's.
I think so.
Yeah.
Was it in Masthead or in Quintessa where I got my trident? Do you remember?
That was
That was
Masthead.
That was Masthead.
Yeah.
No,
because
no.
You've
No,
had that for
you
a
guys
while,
haven't
right?
entered Masthead yet. You guys went up north to Killen. No,
Yeah.
Not Calendweed.
no, not Killenwood.
It's the
Callan. No. Let me look at my map.
Map time.
What's
What's
okay?
the
Well, it's
door
not
that
that. So
explores
it's,
on?
it's not that.
You guys
Oh,
went
God,
to
I
north,
don't
and that's where you purchased the.
Okay, so okay. I didn't know if we'd been
It's
to Masthead
probably
or
for the
yet.
best.
Okay.
But I think even if you were still a little bit miffed, like your natural charm,
Oh.
And you have
you
money.
know,
that
and you have
are
money.
willing to give
I
him.
do.
Really,
I do
really,
actually have money.
Nobody can stay mad at you.
You're like, I have platinum.
So I think.
Amalthea,
Yeah.
have I told you how glad I am that you joined our group?
Oh, thank you.
I like you. Okay. So with my ascot now like freshly fluffed, I think we should go back and pay a little visit to him.
Yeah.
Did you get your bells and your...
I've got the bells and the magnifying glass. How much do I owe the people? I want like a solid like dozen more bells.
A dozen more silver.
Is this for the alarm traps?
No,
No,
it's just
it's
for me.
He's a mysterious one, this Jingle.
No, it's the alarm trap, but for everyone else that we come across.
I feel like there's a purpose to it. He
And-
doesn't always let on, but there's a purpose for it.
And how about that magnifying glass?
To strike fear into his enemies.
The magnifying glass you'll find for just about 15 copper, actually.
15 copper.
15
Good price.
copper.
All right. So
It's not the best one, but you think it'll do.
I have a system over here.
Cephalon is where you guys.
Cephalon.
Cephalon.
You're giving me a hard time about doing that.
This needs to be
No.
with me.
Okay. 15 plus 18 is 33.
Fletch. Notch.
Wait.
Fire.
And then 12 silver for the bells.
Are you really at the dock?
Huh?
Okay, we probably should go chase
She's
her.
pulling a Darth Vader right
He
now.
was gonna get a boat and go after that son of a bitch.
Oh. Are you maybe perchance going to meet the dock master again?
There's probably a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
All right, so it's just you, or are you left her alone then? To her.
I trust that she will come back.
Okay.
She's run off before, and I feel like at some point she's gonna remember that she could use a companion.
Okay. The rest of you head with him to go find a rapier. Rapier. You head over to the dock and you see still people, vying for jobs, and there's a few fishermen have actually filled up their boats now and they're heading out to the water. And you do spy the same dock master.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the dock master, and Trixie's gonna say, "We have a problem, and I need a boat. How much do boats cost?"
Oh man.
So, an entire boat.
I don't think a half a boat is gonna work.
Well, this is a good point. He looks down the dock and you
Probably a
can.
little fast one.
We don't really have fast boats, I suppose. Well, you can talk to Captain Riley down there. He owns that semi-large one there, the Two Master. Maybe he can help.
Trixie's gonna say, I like you, and slug him on the shoulder a little bit and then walk up.
Just punch an old man.
Yes.
Oh, brutal.
You make your way over to the other ship. He's still loading up a bunch of supplies, and he sees you there, the captain. Yes, there. How can I help you?
I need a boat to chase someone. How much does your boat cost? We're just gonna start there.
This one is not for sale.
How much would it cost to borrow your boat? For a little bit of time.
You wouldn't be
months.
borrowing it. You'd be...
Would you like to go on an adventure?
He looks at the crew that's now loading these supplies for some other thing. Look, lady, I don't know where you came from. You can't just ask for a boat.
Okay, is there anywhere that Trixie can see where she might be able to go change outfits?
There are several. Actually, there would be a.
She needs a phone booth, damn it.
There will be several outhouses near the dock. There, there's several stations for their deckhands or whatever to kind of rest and whatnot. So there's several buildings that you can easily walk over to.
Okay, Trixie would like to go and change into her... What is the word I'm looking for? False identity.
False
which
identity?
is a noblewoman.
Okay, all right. Would you normally have to roll for? Yeah, roll a deception check just right off the bat.
Oh.
I think
You're still a
have
woman.
advantage on that though
Do you,
because of
though?
your
Oh, I mean, I have false
with the-
identity.
Yeah, because
So, well, I don't know that ability. So what
I'm
is
so
that?
sorry. I think it just means that
yeah, I
I
was
have
gonna
a
say
secondary...
I don't. Yeah, I don't think
it's
it's.
under charlatan,
Yeah.
so it's in the
All right. Backgrounds.
Sorry, I should
That's
have
it.
it
No,
written
you're
down.
fine.
All right, charlatan.
And I should have too.
Feature. You have created a second identity that includes documentation, established acquaintances, and disguises that allow you to assume that persona. Additionally, you can forge documents, including official papers and personal letters, as long as you have seen an example of the kind of document of handwriting you're trying to copy. So that sounds like it is like a legal, official, other persona.
Okay. You seem to. What was your roll?
Well, it was a natural too, but I also have it would be 8.
Okay, so you seem to as you walk out of the your stall, I'll call it, you notice that maybe you have a button that's kind of like a little bit not right, so you kind of fix it, and you notice people are kind of staring at you really awkwardly, but you kind of compose yourself, and you head down to the dock.
Okay, and before she gets to the dock, she would like to forge a letter that says on government business, she has the right to commandeer a ship for borrowing purposes.
Okay. Okay.
We might be getting a ship, guys.
Yeah. Wait a second. Yeah.
I'm all for this. Like, this is
Does
awesome.
anyone know how to like pilot a ship?
Does anyone know how to get Trixie out
Not
of jail
a
just in case?
damn clue.
We do have
More
good.
important
We
question.
just met the Duke, or saw the Duke again. He
Let's
seemed
do it
happy to
next
see us.
Okay. So you're still going to have to roll deception
Yeah,
at this
that's
point.
fine.
So you head over back to the captain there, Captain Riley, and he sees you and, oh, good day, my lady. How can I help you?
Why, hello. I have very important government business. In fact, this has to do with the Duke, but I am from a faraway land, and we actually need to take your ship for a very temporary time. You will be well compensated later, but this is government business, and she will present him with the documentation.
Go ahead and roll deception there.
I love that she's doing this like 5 minutes after going.
Damn it, not one. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay. Okay.
This is just not meant to happen.
Different die, different die.
Oh, 18.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. 17.
Nice. Oh,
17?
Yeah.
He looks at it and it's funny. Another lady looked About your height, asked for the same thing.
Oh, she was actually my maidservant. I sent her ahead of me. She said she was unsuccessful, so I said that I would come to take care of it since she was unable
I
to.
see, and he kind of looks and, it's signed by the Duke himself. I mean, he goes to look at it in the light, and wax seal's there.
And then she will take out, she has a ring, I believe.
Signet ring.
Signet ring that she will also provide.
Where does that signet ring come from, though? It is not the seal of Quintessa, right?
No, it's not the seal of Quintessa. It's from
seal-
a different land.
Yeah,
You forged the
I do
seal
have the
of Quintessa, but it's not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just to provide him with, it's from whatever her persona is, which I haven't done. I need to talk to you about
Sure,
that a little
sure,
more.
sure, of course.
And then she will also take out the medallion just for good measure.
All right, he takes. I see the medallion there. He looks back at his crew.
I can try to find another one, but this looks like the most promising ship. Am I taking you away from something very important?
We're just gonna go out to sea and see what we can catch. You can see a bunch of nets being dragged up too. Hey boys! He whistles really loudly and the deckhands stop. And they, what's that, Captain? Take it all off. We won't need it. Are you sure the Duke is going to compensate me?
I assure you, you will be well compensated. And for now, she'll take out just 10 platinum and hand it to him for good measure while I go get my crew.
He takes a look and Dwarven platinum. Oh wow, the Duke is loaded. Oh right. He immediately pockets
We've
that.
got treasure, guys. That's worth it.
He immediately pockets
You
that.
have no
in his,
idea about
in
the
his
lynch
coat.
thing. You left before that, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, here we go.
Trixie really likes treasure.
I can tell.
You see him pocket the platinum immediately, and he goes to he's got the parchment that you left him in his hand. He goes and he starts clapping again. Guys, everything off. Let's go. What is your well? How many of you are there?
Just a handful of us, and I would give you more information, but it is under wraps.
And I see he goes to unscroll it again, and
Says
all right.
quotations.
Literally.
Under wraps.
That's just what it says.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good morning's work for nothing. Yeah, well,
I assure you it will be worth it.
gather your things.
10 platinum. Jesus.
We
There's
set
like
out.
2 healing potions. We have treasure to catch. Get.
It's a catch. She gave it up.
That one
It's a monster.
platinum-
We're gonna go catch a damn monster.
Wait.
Can't
The 10
wait.
platinum
The
is
10
the same
platinum
as-
is this-
It's
okay.
100 gold.
All right,
So
all
it's
right.
like 2 healing potions. It was a lot, but it's
Okay.
not, you know.
Alright. Oh, that's hard to
We
part
leave
with.
at noon. Get your things. You see him kind of move his way back up to the ramp parts of the ramp of the ship and go into his cabin.
Does he have a peg leg and a pair?
Okay, prestidigitate a peg leg and a pair.
He's not going to be that good of a captain.
He smells
Okay,
of whiskey.
and
Not
Trixie's going
No,
to
it'd be rum.
walk very regally until she gets mostly out of eyesight, and then she's going to start running.
Okay, cool. You go ahead and do so.
Patriot.
I guess that's when we're walking up to the dock. And
Yeah.
we're like all in like a tizzy. We're like, Melthia, I think we lost the map. You have the map, right?
Yes.
I'm just angry.
Are we going back to?
He's a
are we
slaveholder
going
and
to
an
get the
awful
rapier?
person.
Did we get the
I'm
rapier?
going to punish him when I find him.
So have we gotten the rapier at this point?
You go
Oh,
ahead,
right,
yeah.
we're not going to the dock. I forgot we're at the blacksmith. I'm sorry.
You know, for the sake of brevity, we will say
Yeah,
that you
I was
got the
gonna
rapier.
say.
He
How much? And
he
I'm
charges you 50 gold initially.
50 gold. Sir, I just wanted to clarify again. I know about the window was a kind of a rough thing, but I was really hoping that maybe we could patch things up. You know, have a fresh start. And considering that this is a
50 gold would be a great start.
50 gold, and you don't give me a hard time in the future.
Deal?
Okay, all right, let's do this thing. But I want the really, really pretty one over there.
Oh. Oh, all right. He goes and takes it off the shelf. I didn't even know I had one. I didn't even know I had
Shit,
this.
I-
Prettiest looking
Yeah.
one.
I sold it for less.
It's a beautiful basket hilt, and you can see the handle is small, wooden, just a small, like maybe about 4 inches long. The pommel has a really ornate like engraving onto it, and the rapier itself is probably a good 3 feet long, and it just has that weird, nice taper to it.
I'm gonna pretend to inspect it,
Mm-hmm.
like I know what I'm doing.
That one's
I
on
see
your
you're a man of
fingers.
swords.
Yes, I do dabble, and I'm gonna kind of swing it around a little.
Performance check.
No.
I'm good at conning.
You're about to
Break
cut this
anything,
guy's
please.
pants off.
Oh, that's bad.
Roll it in your
Sorry,
bag.
yeah, I'm gonna roll it in here. All right. Well, that's a natural 3.
You just killed the
That's
blacksmith.
grand total of performance is 4 plus 2 is 3 plus 6 is 9.
Oh, you have the
Quintessa
thing
plus
too,
two.
which I also forgot to use.
That doesn't
for
affect
deception.
performance though, does it?
Charisma.
It's charisma.
All charisma.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then that's
So
11.
it's 11.
That's
All right.
double digits.
You go to swing around, and the tip of the blade clips the pole behind you. Seeing a little tiny piece of wood splinter just kind of fall off.
Yeah, this is a great sword. It's great doing business with you. I think we'll see each other next time. Thank you so much.
See each other.
Might want to fix that.
As I walk out the door and then pop back in and
Just like that, it goes.
all right, and now we'll head to the docks.
Yeah,
You can see he
sounds-
just give a little bit of a sigh as you kind of head out.
And now I'm trying to figure out where to put the sword.
All right, you guys all see now.
I didn't know you were proficient with weapons, Jingles.
There are a few things you don't know about me, Highland.
You can certainly chip a wall like I've ever seen before. That was amazing.
This is very true.
The blade is a little longer than most of them usually are.
Oh, is
They're,
that right?
they're typically about,
You can handle a
Typically
long
about
blade,
it.
Jingles.
I can handle any blade you
Does
get,
it help
but,
you climb up rock walls easier? And you just use that now to scale rock walls when you're running away from displacer beasts.
At this point,
Really?
you see Trixie run up to you.
See? Told you.
I got us a ship. It's fast. I am a noble. You guys have to all be my maid servant people crew.
Maid
so
servant?
treat me very
What?
well. My name is Altricia. All right, let's go. It's just like super fast.
Did you leave? Did you run?
Oh, not didn't run, but
Okay,
I
wait.
turned around.
I
and
grab your arm and I turn you around and I go, What? Whoa. Huh? We have a ship?
Yes, we have to go catch Randall.
Why do you have a ship?
How did you get a ship? That's
You
amazing.
know how I got a ship. of all
Oh,
people.
Did you
God.
steal a ship?
I
No.
didn't. I simply convinced someone that they wanted to help us. But that being said, you agree with everything I say.
Darling, there is no way that this is going to be a maidservant.
Do you want the treasure?
Can I be something else? Please let me be something else.
You could be
You
a
can-
gigolo.
I'm fine with that.
That escalated quickly.
Yes.
I'm alright with that. And I'm going to...
I will allow you to be my advisor.
Escort.
Male plaything.
Yeah, we're going to go with that. Yeah, we're going to go with that. And I'm just going to have a little extra swagger in my step.
Oh, okay, that's fantastic, and I love everything about that. I'm willing to go on with that idea. However, the map that we talked about, that Randall might have procured from us,
And he stole it.
okay,
He
we
copied
showed
it.
that to the
He
Lich.
stole
Do you remember that?
A lich.
The Lich.
Okay, alright. Just making sure
Yes,
that...
I believe his name was David. He made weird movies, I think. Anyways,
I do remember that and being terrified.
he gave us a warning about this map, and he gave us explicit directions of how to get there.
Are you afraid?
Not necessarily. I was the one who wanted to learn more from this. If we had stayed longer, I'd know exactly why there should be a warning to this thing.
He's a lich!
Yeah. I'm.
My point is, though, that what he told us is that we were supposed to leave from Masthead.
Well then, I suggest we figure out how to compensate for that because Randall's leaving from here and he knows where he's going. I say we follow him for now and try and do some quick thinking on the ship.
The only thing is, we don't know for sure that Randall is following this map. It could be just a coincidence or unrelated, or he might have said that he's following a map, and he also may have said that he's following a map for treasure, but it might not actually be treasure at all.
Well, that's a lot of doubt that I'm not prepared to deal with.
I'm just
Now I don't
saying.
want to go anywhere.
I'm just
I
saying,
say-
just because supposedly he has a map with treasure doesn't mean it's this one. It doesn't mean that it's actual treasure.
She has a point. However,
It could be like a
His gut.
Well, If you have
Yes,
procured us,
sorry.
if you have procured
That's right. That's her confusion. But what? You just she's gone.
Well, if we're gonna
if you have procured us a boat, I feel like maybe we should, discuss this as we go down and check out our new
I'm not
boat.
saying we should take the boat. I'm not for taking the
Good.
Oh,
boat.
I want to see
if
this
we're
boat.
gonna talk
Like,
about
I'm
my
impressed.
gut, though, from my point of view, what if he, given this Lich's warning, what if what is at the end of this treasure map is not actually treasure, but something that could possibly be very powerful and very dangerous? Because Randall seems like the kind of person who would want that.
Well, we let Randall find it then.
Then we'll let him find
But
it.
what if
We
he
have a
brings-
bunch of
okay,
people to help,
what-
and if we're able to defeat it, then we save a potentially, unleashing a terrible creature upon the world, which
See,
I
that's
know you like.
exactly what I'm. And yes, and I realize that you're manipulating me here, but yes, I agree.
This is fantastic. I just sat back and go, oh, that's how you talk to her. Okay. We didn't know.
I know what you're doing right now, but you're right.
Okay, but just out of game, yeah, don't do that in romantic relationships.
I'm not saying one should manipulate anyone, but
Please.
so
Not the way to someone's heart.
so I look back at you and I go, okay, let's follow this. You got a ship. I think we should follow that
Yeah,
through.
for
That's
sure.
pretty impressive.
Yes, I
I'm
agree.
just saying that we may not know exactly where we're going, and we also heard from the Duke that the Spirit of Quintessa, the ship that he is on right now, apparently is the fastest on this side of.
He said in the fleet.
Tremahia.
We have magic on our
Yes.
side.
He did say in the fleet.
Yeah.
We could also let
who's
him
magic
find
or-
it and
Yeah,
then just
so
take
he
it
gets
off
there
of him
first.
afterwards.
I imagine it will take some amount of time to locate,
Potentially.
and ideally we will be there shortly after.
Okay.
It's that or let it go.
I mean, let's do it, but I just don't know where
Randall
we're going.
has double-crossed us. We owe him a little something.
But
Let's
we
go get him.
We should find food first, just a
And
little
we
bit.
owe
so
it to
don't
the city, I
starve
think, to
ourselves.
prevent him from bringing back something that could potentially be very bad.
Exactly.
So, yes.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to ask how much.
You shouldn't.
Okay.
What'd you say?
You said I'm not going to ask how much, and I said you shouldn't.
Yeah, okay.
So then back
let's
to the marketplace to get provisions.
I think, do we still have a
What
decent
time
amount?
is it?
It would be just before noon. Like you have maybe about an hour or so.
Okay, I
'Cause
will
the-
let them know. We have about an hour before the ship leaves.
Because the
Okay.
docks probably got some pretty good, like, if we're looking for, any more, like, food and stuff, the
Yeah,
docks
no
districts, I
favorites.
feel like, usually has something
I
around.
have 11 days worth of rations.
That's what I thought is, I thought we had a decent amount of, like, supplies
But just in
from
case.
last time.
I
We
think
get
we should
no
have a
rain.
safety margin.
Yes.
Get oranges for scurvy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to die on a ship.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so
Provisions
let's,
it is.
do
I've
we
never
wanna
been
do
on
a little...
on to sea, so
We
this
can
will be new.
also just like bring a net.
Well, it sounds like they actually have nets. They've got them all loaded on the
I
ship,
was
so...
gonna say that, but I don't know that. As me, 'cause I'm
If you
fixing
say that,
those
But does
things.
anybody know how to
Trixie will
fish?
Pipe up and say,
Donash?
I also got us some nets.
We
Okay.
should. I know a bit of fishing.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I say, yeah, I do know a bit of fishing.
It's
Right.
very curious though. You have a little bit of underdark knowledge to fishing, and it's a very
Are they juicy sweet?
it's a very interesting dynamic that you have learned watching the water just lap against the shore and the docks and whatnot. You notice that this is a little bit might be out of your comfort zone.
Even more so, like, well, I guess I wouldn't be fishing in the streams and the mountains, so never mind.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Even with rushing water, it's different from the entire boat rocking back and forth. And again, it's a whole different ballgame.
Well, I can tell you this: that people on the boat know how to fish just as well, so I'm sure we won't go hungry. Stay there, just hold that. Provisions.
Provisions. All right. Yeah, and sure enough, on the dock
Yeah.
district, you will find plenty of fish houses. And you'll find markets themselves that will have kiosks selling fresh fruit and other provisions,
Dried meats,
dried
bread,
meats.
Water.
bit of cheese,
Sure.
Oranges.
some wine. I'm just kidding. And then and some fruit. I
Okay.
think.
A little
Unless
bit of
anyone
wine,
else
a
has
little fruit. All right.
Smoothie.
Boba.
I would say that would probably run you in total, probably
That's what I'm
around
thinking about.
20 gold
20 gold.
total for
Okay,
all
so
the-
then 5 gold each.
Yep,
Okay.
that sounds good. And then, I'm seeing if we need anything else. We've got torches, we've got lights, we've got food, we've got bedrolls, we've got supplies, we've got pen and ink, we've got parchment, we've got healing potions. I've got some books, I've got some good reading, and God damn it, Muggsy! Where's Muggsy?
Where's Muggsy?
He would have been by your side the entire time.
Thank God. Oh, I keep forgetting about you, but
You
not
actually
like
didn't
that, but-
necessarily run the entire time, so he would have been
Okay,
catching
he's
up
able
to
to
you.
catch
Yeah.
up. Okay.
Muggsy the Mudgy is still by your side.
Good boy. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get him a little sailor outfit.
Oh my god. Who is the Mudgy to your plan?
I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Oh my goodness.
Well, if you dress him up,
I know exactly.
okay, you can easy enough to find a sailor outfit for a little young boy. In fact, you only find the one. So you imagine this probably was someone else's child's clothing, and then decided to sell it, and someone actually came along and bought it.
Give it a good home, and I'll give him his very own little itty bitty ascot around.
20
his
silver
neck.
for that.
Done. Worth it.
Well, now that the facade is complete, shall we head to the
No one
docks?
can tell. How close to a normal person does he look just before I...
I make sure that his little hat is pulled down.
Are
really
you
low.
helping him?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I have the disguise kit.
Yeah, use the disguise kit.
Yeah.
You're gonna make him
Wow.
into a real boy.
You get the skin tone like I don't really know what they're called. To be honest, I've never used makeup, but that.
Foundation?
There it is.
And you're able to create a visage of a little young boy. You have a little shadow underneath
Give him the
brows.
contours.
Yeah, and
He's
so
a really good-looking little kid
He's like,
too.
Now,
Mama,
mind you,
Mama,
it-
where are we going, Mama?
mind you, it's completely flat. There
Uh-huh.
isn't a nose feature. It doesn't really have the eye socket, but you're able to somehow create like a shadow effect, and it can pass off for a little boy.
He just
It
has
moves
a really
awkward,
kind of dumb
but
little dumb expression. Just
Right.
Like,
Is it constantly?
yeah,
My God,
still has a
yes.
little bit of that breath. But the clothes do cover most of it, and you're able to find gloves. So for the most part, he's covered except for his face, which has been taken care of by Trixie. So it's very passable. Yeah, absolutely.
awesome. Yeah,
You're impressed, actually.
I'm very impressed by this. This is good work, Trixie. I'm proud. I've taught you well.
I'm looking around like, oh my
God.
God.
You can't see anything.
I can feel this thing radiating a human life. This is
Where did you get this little boy?
You do see the little sailor
Yeah.
outfit, which is not really the sailor cap that you're thinking of, but it's a cap, and you can see he's got the full clothes on
And the
everything.
ascot.
And the ascot.
Yep.
The ascot is there.
Right, of course it is. And I just kind of tighten up and I go, well, he can't be named Muggsy on this trip. We have to find a new one. I vote for Kerr.
Like filthy cur.
No, as in Kerr the Mudgy? Kerr Mudge?
Oh my god!
I would not
I
allow
cannot
that.
do that. Cannot do that to a child.
Dad, don't ask you to be a dad with that pun.
and I just hold him. I hold him till I go, oh my gosh. Kerr it is. No, I'm just kidding. What is his name?
He can be Kurt.
How about
Okay.
Kurt?
Kurt
It's
Mudge.
grudgingly. Kurt, fine. Just let him have it. He didn't let me get my goddamn potions. Let him have the name. Okay, so Kurt.
Kurt.
All right.
Come
You guys
along.
make your way back. You see the dock hand there. Sorry, the dock master.
Well,
And
before we walk
they
over,
come
I'm
with
going to
Yeah.
whisper to Amalthea. Are you, Amalthea? Are you okay acting as my servant for the time being? I won't treat you poorly, but I think it'll help sell.
Well, I don't really look like a servant, so I can be like your.
Hired. You were hired.
Yeah.
You're
yes, I'm
Woodward.
hired.
gonna
Right.
say,
I'm
Woodward.
like a
Huntsman.
She's
right.
the scout,
Yes, I was. Yes.
the tracker.
But to sell it, I will need at least 1 or 2 servants.
I can be your wise advisor.
She's your bodyguard.
I was
clearly.
going to give you servant/jester, but I think that's close enough.
Okay.
And Amalthea, or sorry,
Pull out my
Hylene,
flute.
you will be my guard.
All right. All right, you guys make your way. You see the dockmaster there sitting at his desk, waiting for you.
I'm just going to kind of nod my head to the dockmaster and continue on to.
Illuminated.
Very good, sir.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of turns around with blushes, and you see the captain there. All right. This is
the crew. You have Mr. Jingles, who is my trusty advisor. You've got Hylene, who is my hired guard.
He bows
You
to you.
have Dawn Ash, who is my jester. And Amalthea, who is my huntress and occasionally helps me get ready and things. And then lastly we have...
We're gonna kick
I'm
the
glad
hell out
I'm
of you when you
doing
come this ship.
What am I gonna say? And then lastly we've got Kurt, and then he is my page.
Bastard
And then she's gonna
child.
whisper to him and say, you could think of it as charity. Don't make fun of his appearance.
I would never, my lady. Well, please. And he ushers you all up the ramp onto the ship, and you can see they're already hoisting up the sails and getting ready. And you see them taking off the ropes that tie down the ship to the dock, and a few of the deckhands on the pier itself are kind of waving you guys off. And
Trixie will nod to them as she passes.
all right, come on down below, and you hear him walking down to the very bottom there. These are your quarters. He points to the left, and you see a series of rooms. Mess halls in the back. Don't go below.
Which quarters is mine?
Yeah. He kind of walks down to the very end of the hall.
Gonna get the best bed, you guys.
You see him pull out a series of keys and kind of this, my lady. How many will
Thank
be
you.
staying in here? There's only one bed. If you want, I can bring another one.
How many quarters are there? I
There are
think
more than enough quarters, but and there are these will also be serving for quarters for the deckhands and
Oh, okay.
themselves. So.
Amalthea will be staying with me in my room.
Of course, my lady.
Very well. I'll get
It
another
would be
bed.
very improper for you to stay with me, of course.
Of course it would, my lady.
Is he not her chicken?
Respect, I like that.
Sorry. Forgive my outburst. Come along, Kurt. I'll kind of grab him by the hand and kind of stomp off.
Yeah. He'll go and move his hand up and kind of
Oh my
As you
God,
guys
this is
walk down.
amazing. This is amazing.
I was so imagining E.T. right now.
he said, I'll bring you another bed, and you guys see the room is a little bit more spacier than the other ones that you've seen down the way there. It does come with the key, so he'll hand that to you.
The key?
Let's see. Breakfast is bright and early, 6 o'clock. We have, if you don't mind, a few of your companions here will help out, if possible,
Of
if
course,
we need
yes.
to.
And Donash will provide you with the directions on where we are going.
Very well.
We may need a little bit of
The
assistance.
jester will give him directions.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Very
I
well.
will
The
sing
blind
it in
man.
verse.
Well, I was like, to be fair, do the rest of us, do we all know what the Lich said?
Well, I
Or
did.
did
I
you just
did
know?
tell everybody except
Okay.
for you.
Oh,
you
so
weren't,
we
you
were
weren't here.
all
I
running
refreshed our
at
memory.
that point, trying
Okay.
to get out of the building.
Do I know
Yeah.
that? Do I know that everyone knows?
No, I only told you that he gave us a warning. You have no idea
Okay,
that I
okay.
told everybody else. So this
So
less
that's why,
sticks.
yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
All right. Okay. The ship begins to kind of lurch, and you kind of start to feel already movement. I'm gonna have you roll a Constitution check. You haven't been on. You're fine. Let's see who
You're very
else. You're fine. I think
Yeah,
you'd be
right.
fine too. I'm gonna
Probably
have you
been
roll a
on both
Constitution check
too.
too.
Well, I'm very tough.
All right.
Anytime I say something like that. Okay, 8.
13.
13. You're both able to kind of hold it down, but it starts to kind of get to you. You start to get that motion sickness, and the boat is listing a good maybe 30 degrees in some cases.
Like the creaking of the chair
Yeah, it's like
really
perfect.
works.
I know. I'm using it. I don't have anything like that, but anyway, you guys set out on the water. You can hear the water lapping against the side of the ship, and you guys make your way out. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh, I can't believe he took our map. Or, well, he took our directions.
I know. We'll
You
catch
got
up.
a
Don't worry about it.
boat.
We did get a boat.
got a
Yeah.
boat.
Right?
Damn, that was amazing.
You got a boat without having to spend 10 platinum.
And as you can see,
Well,
I
I
had
had
something
to know.
I know.
completely.
I know. I'm surprised. Okay.
Do we get to know what this
No,
was?
of course not.
No.
No, sorry guys.
That's
There's more
okay.
important things to do though.
Yeah.
Were you
We're on a
supposed
boat.
to chase Randall?
We've got our flippy floppies.
We're on a boat.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay.
Did we say goodbye to the people?
Not yet. No. I'm letting you guys chat there for a
Yeah.
minute.
Oh my god.
Oh.
It's amazing. All right.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight.
Thank you.
Even though there was the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, whatever.
Thank you
that
for
is.
multitasking.
Thank you guys for including us on your Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes,
Right.
thank you. Congrats again to the winner of the D4.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to the Super Bowl. I was going to
Oh.
say, don't you dare.
That too.
Congrats to the Falcons. Wait,
Eagles.
other bird. Yeah.
It's all right. You can call them the
Die
I
hard
Falcons.
feel that. I
Here.
can feel that shade being cast.
Sparrows.
At a 9th level. Again, thank you to, I believe your name was not Lorelei.
No, it's Leo.
Leoli? Leoli.
Leoli.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, good job.
All right. Yeah, again, that'll be shipped out to you shortly. Yeah, guys, thank you again so much. Tune in next week. I'll have another D6 available to raffle off, so stay tuned for that. Anything else you guys want to
Have a fantastic week.
Yeah.
Yes.
have a great week.
Yeah.
Thank you
Hi,
guys
Donovan.
so much. Yes, hi Donovan.
Hey, Donovan.
Hi,
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
All right.
Fun stuff.
I'm still like, I can't
We're
believe
on a
you guys-
boat.
I can't